Woo! Yes, hopefully it didn't do that static thing, but I know it did. But it's been going back and forth. I want to say, yup, who that? Who that? Who that? I'm a Raider fan, though. All you Saints fans, if you saying who that or who they, if you want to go ahead and do all that, it's football season. Let's get excited. I'm gonna mistake it for that. Today, actually, during this thing, I'll go over this a little bit later. What's up? Yup. What's up, Moon over Miami? What's up to people just joining in? A lot of people, you know that on Monday through Friday, it's Hot Facts Live with Robert Reese, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And we do the gig news and all that other stuff. Nah, today is Hot Facts Live. Hot Facts Live. So it's pretty much the same thing, but just a little bit different. You'll figure it out as we go. He said Trump 22, Trump 22. Well, it could be Trump 2022. You can put anyone's name there. I'll tell you this. Yep. I am a true indie. I am not. So if you have any political try to snaps at Democrat or Republican, this or that, I am a true indie. I am not Democratic. I am not Republican. I am not Independent Party. I am not the Green Party. I am not Greenpeace. I am not the Independent Party. I am a true indie. So if you have any political jokes to throw at any of those sectors, that goes to the people that sign up for that. As far as the president is just a face of whoever else they put out there. I don't care what name you put there. Does not matter to me. Did I vote for Trump? No. Did I vote for Biden? No. Who did I write in? I wrote in for Robert Reese, but I voted for all of the propositions and all of the acts and all the laws and everything else. I vote for those things, but I wrote in myself. So, yes, Grandma Ducky, not the traitors. Yes, it is. Ooh, I'm excited. We have the offense. First of all, people, what are you gonna do? You can't double team Waller. We got Hunter Renfrow. You can't even, if you do anything, we already got Adams out there. I don't even got to say him. We got Adams out there. Then out the backfield, Jacobs can catch balls. Okay, he can catch balls, and Derek Carr is accurate. So I'm so excited. About that. He said, hell yeah, Indy, my man. Yeah, see, he said, hell yeah, Indy, my man. My brother's a Niners fan. It's hilarious. He's also a Clipper fan, and anything that's Laker, he is not. So yeah, I'm a true Indy, and so it's all good. Those of you know what a true indie is. I'm an independent thinker, and the things that really make sense for us keeping our rights and everything else like that, I vote for things like that. But when the president is just a spokesperson, and to be honest, if Trump were to run right now with all the things going on that he has his name involved and he's pleading the fifth, it won't be a good thing. It won't be a good thing for him to try to run at all. There's going to be a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of questions. It would not even be a presidential election because the questions would have nothing to do with the election. You know what I mean? It would just be a waste of time. And Now, what I would say though, under Trump, there were some stricter things that went in and some things went out to help people. But every president that hops in, Um, right when the president hops in, they're just picking up what was already there. Like their last like year and a half is when they really put something in that they can. And then when they put it in, they don't even get a chance to like see what they wanted to do with it, because if they don't get a second term, the next president is just going to cancel that thing on out. So the only way you really see things to see what a president did, to me, really, is to see what someone does in an 8 year span. You know what I mean? So that's what I say. That's what I say. But we have I have a video of Marshawn Lynch. Now we all know it's hilarious when he goes to the NFL, whatever it is, as far as anything, and he does not speak at all. Marshawn Lynch does not speak at all. Marshawn Lynch says, "I'm just here to not get fined." So it's a suspected DUI because they did not catch him driving. They just caught him on the side of a side of a street. He's pulled over to the side and he's sleeping in his car. But I guess they can see that he banged up his rim, and there's some black mark to see how far he had to bang up his rim. And he's not answering anything. So we'll watch that. And I have a good one. I have a good one right here. Now, we saw some crazy teens yesterday steal delivery driver's car, and then they ran. And then what happened was they actually ended up riding and crashing into a giant barrel barn thing and destroyed that whole complex there. Well, I'm gonna show you some more bad kids today. I'm gonna show you some more bad kids today. We got Real Talk with Roy says, "What's up, my boy Roy?" He says, "Alaska, why did you shut off your comments on your video yesterday?" Cody's in there, said, "Because of the harassment that was happening offline through my personal cell." Okay. Cody. Cody, this is Hot Facts. If you would like the chance a little bit later on, I'll put up the link. If there's anything you want to say to clear up some things or to get off your chest, I'll put the link and I'll give you the floor. I'll go ahead and give you the floor. Now, this video right here, actually, I'm going to put the link up now because I know Roy is going to have a field day with this video right here, okay? Roy is going to have coming through to show you some love. Thank you. I'm gonna put up this link because this video that I'm about to share, Roy is gonna have a field day with this one. We got somebody that needs to get in shape. They didn't think about what they were doing before, and they didn't put this part of what they were doing up. They did not, but I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show this right now. Check this out. There were some bad kids that I showed yesterday, and these kids right here are bad kids, and we are about to, let me see, did I pull it up right here? Let me see where it has to be. Okay, bad. Okay, I'm gonna share this right now. Check this out. Now there's no sound on this. This is the actual footage from, you know how when you're watching the news and they have that camera on the freeway or whatever it is, it's that camera right here.
Sure feels good when you get it right. And with Philips Sonicare technology, it's easy to always get brushing right. Philips.
Okay, check this out. Check this out right here. Check this out. Look at the car crash. Look at the car crash. Oh, police waiting for it. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4. They stole a Kia. These 4 kids, they stole a Kia. Look, they near banged up the car. I mean, the whole freeway, jacked it up. Now watch this. Look at the big girl in the back. She had a good run, but she failed the PE test right now. Look. She failed the PE test right now. It is over. Let me just stop. Let me just look. You know, I can't run no more, officer. Look, y'all stop. Y'all stop. He go get us. Stop. Look, look. Look, she put her hands up like, ah. Look, you know what this was? Have if you guys don't know adrenaline, look, they took off and look, she put hands on her hips. Look, oh, she got enough room. Oh, did they say run over here? What is going on now? Did she run to the car to not? What is going on now? I'm lost. Now she's running to the police car. Hold up. She ran from the or is she letting them know? She might be letting them know that I had nothing to do with it. I thought that it was their car and run. That's why I stopped. Look, because where'd the other kids go? That was weird. She ran. He said, no joke. I'm subscribed, but can't remember you. Can you give me a quick rundown of your channel focus? So there's the gig economy, Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that other stuff. There's this live thing. I have some shorts that have I have a lot of shorts that have thousands and thousands of views. I don't know when you hit subscribe. I don't know when you hit subscribe, but you did. I thank you for it. But that was that was crazy right now. Now we had just about the same thing happen with those kids that stole the delivery driver's car and everything else like that. Jail for the kids and fines for the parents. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, live interviews as well. Live interviews. Well, he says live. That's it. Yeah, failed the failed the PE test, man. Failed the PE test. Like you got the running though. Like, oh, in case you guys don't, if you guys see my shirt, Reese BBQ. Around this time of the year right now is when my ribs and everything else get cracking off with the Reese BBQ. Yes, but man, but I'm trying to figure out. She ran, stopped, gave up. Then she ran to the police car. I'm guessing they were telling her come to the car or something, and then she got enough energy to run to the car. I'm just trying to figure out what she was saying when she was there. That is the that is the that's the question there. Whew. Whew. But look at those teams. Like, if you're the parent, though, if you're the parent and you see that, and what if you think your kid was a good kid and you just saw your kid crash cars on the freeway and then run from the police across the freeway? What do you think as a parent if like really that's like your first time seeing like your child involved with anything, but you've heard things but you've never seen it? Like what goes through your head right there? Oh, DoorDash Revolution said he didn't want to hear the next. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's talking about the Cody. Man. But what about that parent? Now, here's something that a lot of people don't understand. Disappointment. And here is where giving kids whoopings plays a big key. When you grow up disciplining your kid with a whooping or a spanking or a spoon thing or whatever else it is, they're going to know the pain of that. And you're teaching them that pain. Don't do it because of that pain. But then you're teaching them morally through words and everything else like that. It gets to a point to where you're not going to be spanking your kids. And then this is when your kids learn disappointment. This is when the child already knows, like, man, like that whooping, whoop, whoop, whoop. When a child understands disappointment, that's when you know you've done your job as a parent. Because I don't know, a lot of you, plenty of us have had a time when your parents have said I'm disappointed in you or something. It could have been for something, and like that really was sad and that hurt you. Now, when someone does something bad, like really bad, the disappointment is gonna stick in. I think that big girl had some disappointment. Like she was like, man, my parents are going to be disappointed in me. Not mad, not angry, not want to whoop my butt, disappointed. And whenever you have, I feel that whenever a child understands disappointment, that child is going to turn out, the right way. Because a lot of kids, there's no disappointment because there's no discipline, there's no anything else like that. And there's nothing that they can see as like a grasp to say, I need to achieve this to where there's no disappointment there. So when someone feels disappointment and they actually know what that feeling is, normally that happens, once they start going to the tears, to the teens. You know what I mean? Said, did you ever get back on DoorDash? Or I remember, no, I was never deactivated from DoorDash. I've never been deactivated. I can go sign up for DoorDash right now. I've never been deactivated from DoorDash. I stopped DoorDash. DoorDash owes me like 20 racks. I had to go through with the lawyers and everything else for the class action. They were trying to say that I never worked for them. I submitted everything and did all that, and then they kept doing the runaround. Nope. So I stopped driving for DoorDash. Postmates and Uber Eats paid, and there's another one I get paid next month. From back then. Back when, people, this is why I tell you guys, you don't know what you're talking about. When it first started, people, we were driving and stuff when it was terrible. And you guys have no idea what it was. That's why those class actions are there, because it was terrible. See, Grandma Ducky says, let them take them. Yep. Jay Caddy's up in here. What's up, Jay Caddy? What's up, man? The Fact Jack sending him that. I just saw the Fat Cap. He said, you gotta whoop them. Yep. After a couple of whoopings, they start to listen. That's, man, I'm telling you, people gotta understand this stuff. Now, the disappointment is torture. Yeah, the disappointment is torture inside the kid's head, because they really know, like, they let you down. Like, when you let someone down, it's a different feeling, and no one wants to let their parents down. No one wants to let the parents down. The issue, Cody says, the issue is that they are protrude people. Oh, he's talking about. All right, yeah, Cody, I'm gonna let you get up here in a bit. DoorDash Rick, he says, I don't think parents should ever lay hands on their kids. That's not the answer. It's been tried, and that's why why we can't do it anymore, because some parents abuse their kids. I get that, DoorDash Rick. Some parents do not know the meaning between abuse and a discipline. I do get that. Some people are bipolar, OC, like you don't know. And a lot of people don't go to the doctor to know what they have, and some people are just weird and nuts. Says, oh, okay, I thought you were the same guy that got kicked off for not confirming delivery. Oh, not confirming, never that. I confirm everything. My ratings on every single platform that I do is rock solid and stand up. I make sure that I am good. Just like today, I had to teach the people at the Ramen 369 Sushi about. I said, "Oh, could you give me a thumbs up?" It was some newer ones, and he didn't understand why I wanted a thumbs up, so I had to break down a thumbs up to him. So when I explain what the thumbs up does, as far as me as a driver, I let them know that you guys will see me more often here, picking them up. Even though I pick up a lot, you guys will have me inside your rotation because I'm one of the good drivers that come here. So he was like, oh, yeah, you're always here. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then he said, we have a lot of rude drivers that come in here disrespectful. I said, when you give them a thumbs down, you're going to make sure that the drivers who come in like that don't come into the place, because that can cause a disturbance inside your restaurant also at the same time. They said, oh, so people, I taught them that. Now, that's more thumbs up when I go in there. But what I just did was I put a stamp on that place as one of my money makers. Okay. That's how I make money when I'm doing deliveries. Okay. I know how to build relationships with the merchants. Okay, you have to know how to do those things also to make sure that you're in the loop. Okay, to make sure. He says, "Yep, there is a difference in the way you lay." Okay, Roy says, "If you have links, I would love to see them." Buffalo, what's up? What's up? What's up? I got you right there. What's up? What's up? You can ask the restaurant to give you a thumbs up for DoorDash. Yes, you can. You can. Okay. Here, every single merchant that has a tablet, okay, every single merchant that has a tablet, it has the driver, your picture, and everything else there, your car, your vehicle, it has your VIN number, it has everything there. On the tablet there, they can rate the drivers on every platform. Every merchant that has that tablet there. Now at McDonald's, Burger King's, places like that, they don't have a tablet in a lot of those big franchises. It goes straight to the POS system, to their screen. So they do not rate you. They don't have a chance to rate you. But some of those franchises have a tablet on the inside because you are an individual franchise also. So on there, they can rate the drivers. So when I go in, especially on places that I go and then it's been a while, or places that don't know me, I'll ask them to rate my pickup. I ask them to rate my pickup. They rate the pickup and they give you a thumbs up. Now I forgot. Well, I didn't know how to do it at first, and one of the merchants did not know how. So I said, "Oh, I know how." So they allowed me to go on their tablet, so I was actually able to see the whole thing on their end and find where it was in the settings and click it. And I taught that place. That's how you do a thumbs up for the drivers. So now more drivers are getting thumbs up because of me also. But I do that to make sure I'm solidifying my position in my areas where I work, where all of the community knows me, my repeated customers. I make sure that in their spots, I'm solidifying myself there. So I am going to get my priority on top of what, whatever the app says and what the gig says happens because of it, I think is 1000% true. Now, to make sure I'm backing myself up, I do my own business with the merchant to put my stamp in there. This is a part of the game that a lot of content creators who do this job, they are not teaching the people doing the delivery job, because this is how you can absolutely maximize your money. And even if you are a cherry picker, and an extreme multi-apper, you can still have a good relationship with one of the places you normally pick up from. Even though you're cherry picking the orders, you're not cherry picking the actual place. You still have to walk in through those doors as the exact same human. You're not walking in as an Uber Eats sign or a DoorDash sign. You're the exact same person walking in to pick up. So even if you are an extreme cherry picker or someone that doesn't do it like me, that part of the business should never be broken down, even if you are cherry picking, because you still have to go inside the establishment. You know what I mean? And the content creators are not teaching you guys that. They're teaching you guys to deny. But I'm telling you, if you guys are just denying like that and you're not thinking about this, some of these orders you should take just so you could plant your seed with the business. You have to start doing that. And a lot of you guys might think that this is weird, but it's in every single process of business. If you are an independent contractor and there's thousands of workers all around you doing the same thing, this is advertising and marketing. What are you going to do that makes you stand out from all the other drivers? That's pretty much all it is. I'm making sure that, I'm on the first page. And that's it. Now, I hope that answered you there. Yep. It helps you in many ways and more. Yes, you are building a foundation, because we all know when there's restaurants and here's how you know when you're dealing with a new content creator or a driver that really doesn't know anything. They'll see the order number by itself, and they'll separate the order number from the establishment there. They'll separate those two. And when they separate those two, they are throwing away money instantly there, because that place typically, if this is the size of the orders and the dollars that come out of this place is going to have a higher chance of making you some extra money there. So they will neglect these places. I am going to go and make my presence felt in these places, even though, let's say, some of these places, if people work inside the office building might be across the street and they can't get out, but this place orders. I'm going to take it there across the street. Right there, yes, because that place they order a lot, and normally when people order from office buildings, sometimes the people. And here's something you got to know on Uber Eats. As a customer on Uber Eats, you can have different people put in on the same tab, and each person throws in money for the tip also. So I don't know if any of you guys knew about that with Uber Eats, if you know anything about the customer side. So I just gave you guys a big secret right now. I just gave you guys a big secret right now. Just think about it now. How many office buildings have those really, really short distances? And if you never knew that, when it's large orders and you're like, I'm picking up like multiple different meals, when there's meals like that on Uber Eats, the people can do a multi, the people can do a multi, they can do a multi ordering, and then those people put in their tips. That's why sometimes people will say, man, I got a really big banger on Uber Eats, it paid me this much money here. Well that's how that happens. A lot of people don't understand that. So that's a big secret and a big tip for some of you. You may want to look at the order different. And yep, the restaurants that are like that, and they know that, they like these are higher end foods, and they know that their food is protected inside all your gear. Yes, they want you to come and get, and then they have the ability to pick to pick the drivers. Thumbs up, thumbs down, and then based upon what the app says, the app then controls that. But yeah, that's how it goes, and it works out for you. You are the number one guy in your area. DoorDash Rick says, I have a quick question for you, Robert. Do you think we should be making 100K a year doing this gig job? I feel that, okay, not 100K a year. You can make 100K. Like, if here's how you can make 100K a year, and it's not doing the multi-apping thing. It's figuring out what app really works for you. And what I mean by that, a lot of these food apps are not going to give you the same payouts as like a Roadie or a Curry, or let's say if someone's doing like medical supply deliveries. There's certain gigs that really you can do to where the pay is going to make sure that, and if you are doing a lot of the same hours, you can make that. You can make it. A lot of people just haven't figured out which gig app really works for them, and they haven't figured out how to actually do it. A lot of people try to do the bud soda thing and try to go in there and let me just grind out and drink monsters all damn day and figure out if I can just do it like that. And that doesn't, like, you can do that, but then you'll burn yourself out. It takes a calculated plan. It takes a calculated metric plan. You have to use the benefits of every single app that you have, and then work in a way to where you can absolutely see the benefits of it. You can do it. And starting off, should anyone make 100K doing this job? Well, this job, you are your own boss. You can go out there. What you put in is what you put out. But just think of it like this. If you're going to be a truck driver driving interstate and local, a lot of those guys will come in at like 70, 80,000, or, if they have their own rig and they're doing their own thing, they can go ahead and make some money like that. A lot of them are making some really good money. Then you look at people that are just driving like the Pepsi trucks and like, the Frito-Lay trucks, the guys who are driving the 18 wheelers. How much are they getting paid for the year? You gotta kind of think of the driver thing like that also. That you have to compare it with that. Now, once you compare with that and you see what you can do to take advantage of what you have to, then you go ahead and do it. But it's all up to how you do your thing. Now, Cody, you got a nice looking dog right there, and I'm gonna try to take a guess right now. I'm gonna try to take a guess because the colorations, man, and that's not a pup, correct? That's not a puppy.
Here we go with the damn. My signal was just perfect.
Oh,
She's
I got you. I got you guys. Hello, Autumn. I got you guys. I got you guys. You're all good. Okay,
yeah.
so is that a puppy?
She's a little chihuahua. She's a little chihuahua corgi.
Man, what you? I was gonna do my guess. I was gonna guess. You killed it for me. Now
Oh,
I was gonna
sorry.
look good. No, it's too late. I was
The
gonna look
cats
good.
are
I was gonna look good
animals
for a
now.
little bit. I was gonna look good for a little bit. But that is a beautiful dog right there. Nice dog. How you guys doing today?
Sorry. Good. How you been?
Man, been all right. Trying to keep everyone posted and making sure they are getting these hot facts and you know, uh putting the show out there whenever something comes on up and I have to do an address thing, I do an address thing. But as far as that, the show goes on. And I know right now, Cody, got your name into a little bit of fire right now. From correspondence that I have with you off of camera here. I cannot touch on any of that stuff there. That is classified, super top secret information there. But there's a lot of fire coming under you right now, and I would just like to ask right now. You're up there. If you would like to address anything, yeah, go ahead. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. I'll sit back. Oh, Cody, get it back up. See, now this is what I want to know about Alaska too. How many deliveries are dropped because of reception? We'll get Cody back up here. Cody has a lot of there's a lot going on. And so people, we all know, and I tell everyone this is hot facts. And if you want to come up and have a platform where you can speak and do your thing, it is right here. And I love what Cody said to a gentleman yesterday. He asked what is this live thing about. So Cody broke down the channel is about gig work and the gig economy. He let the guy know we go over current events and all this other stuff, and he said it's a place where literally you can come have a different opinion and say it, and no one's gonna get mad because we'll all learn from it. That's what he told the gentleman there. So the platform can be it's used for that. So whenever, especially when it comes into the gig world, someone in the gig world has some news that they're involved in, and I appreciate them using hot facts because they understand what the platform is on what I am trying to provide for the gig economy also. So they're using me for what they see, what my platform is. So he'll be able to come up here and address what he has to address. And because it has to do with people in the gig world, I am the gig news, it's appearing on Hot Facts. Then they'll go ahead and watch. Did you see Alaska on Hot Facts? Boom. Bam, people. That's why I conduct interviews and I do this stuff. This is an unbiased show. I have my opinion on certain things. Other people, they have their opinion on certain things, but we can't learn from anyone's opinions if we don't come up here on and just talk the hot facts. Yeah, Cody, I knew the internet did that. Says you only need to make about 300 a day for a year and the market, and you would get 300 per. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. When I get a signal to confirm, I just keep driving away until it works. What about you? Ooh, I hardly have that problem about trying to get a delivery and then it's hard to confirm. I hardly get that. It's happened. It has happened, but I've never drove away to make it. I've never done that. Never. Closing the app in realty. Yeah, that right there. Oh, all right, cool. We got Cody back here. Once again, people, make sure you like, share this live stream. Okay, hit subscribe to get notified. Let's get these thumbs up. We have another content creator, someone else that is in the gig economy, and they got some stuff going on. So Cody's gonna get up here and floor is yours.
How you doing? Is it better now?
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
All right. Hopefully this holds out. Yeah. So, like, where to start, right? Do you
All
want
right,
to
yeah.
just
Yeah, let's go
maybe
from
lead it
let's
off?
go from yeah, all right. Let's just do it like this. Let's do it like this. And this will be that interview. This will be the interview that we were not able to do that first time. We'll go ahead and just do it like that. This will be the interview that we were not able to do the first time. We'll go ahead and get this in. Let me just go ahead and change this banner really quick. Alaska Speaks, and I'll change the title of this live to the Alaska Gig and Guns interview also. Alaska Speaks. Let's go ahead and get this here. Boom. All right, people. So those of
Stand
you who
by.
don't know, for those of you who don't know, Cody is a content creator. He's been in the gig world for a little while now. He's been doing his thing. He was part of a sector in the gig world, and there's been a split, and some things have happened. So right now, he's gonna pretty much. This is my fast way of bringing you guys up. He'll go ahead and fill you guys in now. Go ahead.
Hold on 1 sec. I'm having an issue here. All right.
He's doing something. Oh, all right. I see what he's doing. All right, people, he's getting set. Look at that. That is a nice corgi, nice colored dog right there. That is a nice dog. Welch corgi, people. Welch corgi.
Okay, we're back. I'm really sorry for that. We're like literally on the fly here trying to get stuff done to our car. So, um, anyway. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. All right, sorry about that. So, yeah, you want to lead her off now? We're bueno.
All right. All right. All right. Hello, Autumn. Hello, Autumn. He's got the two of them are there. So just we know that there's a that people that are involved in the gig economy who have been following know that there's been a kind of a split or and things like that, and it's led into some verbiage and some things said here and there. So if you can go over where you were, why the split, and where we are now.
Yeah, so Autumn and I made a YouTube channel. To be very clear, we are not looking to be monetized. I don't even enjoy it enough to be involved with all that. We just wanted to share doing gig work in Alaska, just because it's just so vastly unique here. It's substantially different than anything you're finding coming out of the lower 48. So we thought, let's just share it. There could be people out there that are gig workers. They could be looking to come to Alaska, um, and do what we do, and maybe it'll help them formulate an opinion. Like, let's do this, or you know what, uh, let's not do it. And that's really what it was about. And then, of course, then um, just because it's out there, you start getting picked up by some of the other people. So then some of the more well-known uh, people in the gig tube community ran across our stuff, and then it kind of went from there. Um, Fast forward to now, we have a different opinion. We have a different way of doing things. Um, I don't I don't just blindly follow like sheep. I can rethink and make decisions for myself. You can too. Some people just simply can't. Disagree with some of them, and they'll do anything to torch you. So um, it's been a very ugly. The last 3-ish days have been very ugly, harassment like I've never experienced in my entire life. I mean, this is literally a first thing for me.
Now,
I
Cody. Now, Cody. You said the last 3 days have been extremely tough. But if you can you give an example of some things before the 3 days now that's just happened?
yes. Um, so we I just kind of wanted to subtly break away from that community. We got wrapped up with that inner circle. I'll just say it straight up. I call it the rodeo crew. Um, and you know, the ringleader of that whole deal, in my opinion, acts as the gatekeeper, and he also acts as he is a bully. Um, Disagree with them, and they're coming for you. So here's the deal. Um, Going back a few weeks, there, I have a different outlook on whether or not we are independent contractors or not. They did not like the narrative. They did not like the case law that I was trying to bring in. And I'm not advocating for any of us to be W 2s. We all need and desire to be independent. But anybody that has two brain cells to rub together also knows that we need to do so legally and be working within the law. So, to help shed some light, I found a couple of um, I found an Alaska Supreme Court case. Now, Alaska does not speak for the nation, and I made it very clear I was speaking
Right.
for Alaska only, but it does provide a little bit of clarity and a little bit of foundation, because Supreme Court law, whether it is state or it is on the federal level, is often referenced and often used in decisions later on down the road. That's why it's called case law. Roe was 50 years of standing case law until it wasn't. I had mentioned, and so the facts that I was bringing was the Alaska Department of Labor v. Jeff Coate, a 1987 decision that found in favor of an exotic dancer of this lady that that had a dispute with the employer, and they found that even though they said she was an independent contractor, she did not meet muster by our state guidelines to be deemed as such. The court ruled in her favor. And so when you go through and you read the Jeff Coate decision, um, and you read through the categories, and then if you can articulate and think a little bit and relate what we do personally on a daily level, on a daily basis, and then go through and read these elements of findings in the Jeff Coate decision, you will understand where some of us are coming from that have these questions. They didn't want to hear it. They did what they do best, which is immediately they make the first thing they do is you're confused, you don't know what you're talking about, or the people gave you bad information. So I was on the panel that day with some other people, um, and the majority of them, with the exception of one person, whom of which is very fair and will look at things from 2 points of view. Roy was on there, and I can't quote exactly what he was saying, but he was looking at it objectively from two different sides. They just all that they were saying was, well, we want to be free. We want to be free. Well, we all understand that, but we want to make sure we're doing so legally. In our state, DoorDash delivers alcohol and tobacco products through the platform. It is illegal as hell if you are transporting those items. Transporting is substantially different than being a clerk behind the counter that needs like this simple, like little certification thing. Um, Similar, Roy had this thing called like a TAM card. I don't know if it's state issued or county issued, but it's some kind of regulatory thing that's
Mm-hmm.
issued. Alaska has something similar, but when you're physically transporting, that is a different situation. And we have like an alcohol control board that says you are required to have these certain permits and licensings and insurance in place, fail to do that and get caught transporting, you could be punished up to $50,000. So
Wow. Well, you know
none of,
what? That's like I know in Colorado, you have to have certain insurance and things in order for you to drive. I have heard that in Denver or in Colorado, you have to have like certain insurances and certain things. And some people have said that in some areas they need some type of state license or something to do some work. So I completely understand what you were talking about. Go ahead.
so I was like, okay, this is like kind of enough for me. I was already kind of like starting to be on the fence post because the more and more that I watched them and paid attention to them, I'm like, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with calling people clowns. I don't agree with ostracizing an entire community and them going along with it. I don't like how they bully people. And like I said in my video yesterday, that when we had our issue, and I truly felt bad about that. I've said it 2 times before, and I'm going to say it here. Autumn and I truly felt bad about that. I lost sleep over it. I really didn't want to do it, but I also felt like we were under the influence of that inner circle. It was just, it was terrible. It was terrible. And I'm gonna tell you this first. I spoke personally many, countless conversations with Rideshare Lisa on personal phone call. We talked, her and I spoke about this behind the scenes many times. I'm like, I don't feel right about this. I've literally lost sleep over it. It makes me sick to my stomach. I don't want to be part of this. And she just kind of listened, and she would say, well, then maybe you should, take the video down and figure out a way to make peace. And so that's how. So eventually, I was like, I'm a time and distance kind of person. So for me, like, if I get angry or upset, I just need a little time and distance before I go back and re-engage somebody. So that's what I did. Took the damn thing down. I'm like, screw it, deleted it, scrapped it, and then I just, did what I did. I'm like, let's fix this. And I don't like what those people do. So so now I'm like, I got to start distancing myself. So this individual, so he comes out and he's just angry. He's angry because I can't. So Steve from Rideshare Rodeo is now angry because I have come on here with you. And what really spun him out was when you and I spoke on August the 9th. Uh, if I remember right, we spoke August the 9th on here. August the 9th was my birthday. Um, you and I had
Happy late.
spoke. Yep, thank you, thank you. Uh, and and if you remember, all I did was give my opinion on things that I observed and the way being in that inner circle made me feel. I didn't come on here and I didn't trash any of those people. I just gave I just gave a true, fair, and accurate representation of my opinion, of the things I observed, and having firsthand experience of being involved that inner circle just a little bit, and I didn't like it. So as I slowly began to distance myself, and as coming on here and talking with you, it spun Steve out. It pissed him off. So on August the 9th, um, on a whole nother channel, not connected to gig work, not connected in any way to any of this, an entirely different person. I would go on that person's channel. We would all hang out. We would talk. Autumn and I supported that channel um, as much as we could. Um, we learned a lot of stuff about the filmmaking and movie industry. On August the 9th, they did a stream, which was something like Happy Birthday, Cody, um, and all that. I have not seen this piece. I haven't seen this piece specifically, but I was told that Steve had taken over that stream for the day because I didn't. Hold on, I got a truck going by. So Steve had taken over that stream for the day because the person from Hey Ho Studios was busy, so he wasn't able to be there for a few hours. Whatever, I was busy. I didn't watch that segment of it, in part because I didn't want to be part of that with Steve and them. I don't. Somebody said and somebody told me, oh hey, Steve and Gary were shouting you out and saying happy birthday. This was on August the 9th. Well, cool, thank you. If they did, thank you. I appreciate that. But I have not seen that firsthand. I've not verified that. So approximately the next day, on August the 10th, on the Hey Ho Studio platform, is when it all came to light that I had been on here talking with you. Some people got really angry over the the discussion you and I had on August the 9th.
Let me push pause on you there, Cody, really quick, because when I went to that Hey Ho Studios and I said hey to the room, they said, so are you the one everyone's talking about? So I'll just leave it there. All right, go ahead.
Yes. So somewhere in there, because the person does, and to be very clear, let's just establish this: the host of that channel is a good person. He's a genuine person. I like that person, but because of what Steve Rideshare Rodeo did, went in there and tainted the water and irreparably harmed Autumn and I so badly that relationship, what little tiny bit was there, that's over. That is done.
Can you break down that, because those words right there, those words,
yes.
The breakdown of you and Autumn, they probably want to know what you're talking about. So go ahead.
So Steve went in there and he was chatting, because then, like, I don't know how it's done, but like when you guys put the messages up on the screen, like when we send a chat in the chat, he was saying I was a liar, I was a joke, and all this was after I had spoke to you. But remember, 24 hours earlier, it was happy birthday to me. Now, Steve was like, why are you avoiding my phone calls? It was just getting to be too much. And I am so overwhelmed and stressed out in personal life with Autumn's stuff and dealing with the kids. It's like, I don't want to deal with this crap, you know? So I went as far as blocking him, because I'm like, I don't want to deal with the guy anymore. The guy's just, he's taking it to a weird level. So what's he do? He circumvents it by going to third-party people. So what happens is he has Rideshare Lisa call me and say, hey, what's your deal with Steve? So her and I had a private discussion, and I told her word for word. I explained to her what my issue was, that I don't like how he's part of that entire clan that bullies people and belittles people and ostracizes people, and also he can continue to ride the coattails of Pedro's channel, because I will say this over and over till I'm blue in the face. Half of his channel is dependent on, his channel only has the little bit of success it has because of him, because of what Pedro has built. Okay, that is why. So when Pedro went and slandered and defamed UDM, okay, Steve wasn't there to defend UDM, because his whole thing doesn't hinge on that. It hinges on Pedro. That whole crew hinges on him. So they have to subscribe to that stupid no tip, no trip, and if you do those things, you're a clown ideology. So basically, it's kind of a form of pay to play. All right. So he goes into this Hey Ho Studios and he's saying all these things about me, and I'm like, number one, what does it have to do it's not gig work. This is like a third party, different person. What does it have to do with this? Why did you do that? Because I blocked him. So he was angry and deranged, circumventing all my stuff, using third parties to come after me. So he went there looking for me. Um, he went over. Then he sent the host of Hey Ho Studios. Somebody did. He or somebody did. Uh, that the host of Hey Ho Studios went over to Mr. Flex's channel and said, "Hey, where's Cody at? We're looking for Cody. Something to the effect of there's some kind of little something going on that needs to be worked out." So now, in my opinion, a seed got planted over there now. So now these little seeds are getting planted. So so then uh, so then they go from Hey Ho's to Mr. Flex's channel. Mr. Flex says something to the effect of, "I don't want the drama here." I really like Mr. Flex. He has great advice. And I say this all the time. When he speaks,
Oh, I knew it was going to happen. He'll come right back up. I knew it was going to happen right there. I had a feeling because it was choppy. I was kind of gambling with myself. I owe myself 50 cents right now. I was gambling with myself. We'll go ahead. Good. He did that by himself. Let me go ahead and switch this back to the fire pit.
not yet, but I'll give you the money.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll be back.
Yep.
So what I left off, sorry, so what I said was, and let me just say what I left off. When Mr. Flex speaks, you just listen. Okay, he has good words of wisdom. He knows what he's doing. And he's just a very laid back. He's a very good person. Okay, I like going over there and just saying hi and what's up. But he said something to the effect of he didn't want the drama there. So then I have another third party in the background saying, "Hey, they're bouncing from channel to channel, calling you out, looking for you." On this particular day, I was dealing with, three kids. Just, you're a parent, we're doing stuff. Autumn was in dialysis. I had to drive from my town to Anchorage, 50 miles, get her dropped off. I had to drive all the way back home, another 50 miles, take kids back home because there was something going on where the kids had to be home for. Um, and then a couple hours later, when Autumn's done with dialysis, I had to go another 50 miles back to Anchorage, okay, get her, and then again another damn 50 miles back home. So I managed to find the time. To go on the channel. I thought, okay, I'll just give a few minutes, talk to Steve. There was a piece of me that thought, okay, just maybe you can hash it out. I don't know, whatever. So everyone's busy, okay? I'm busy, but I'm like, it's important enough to me, so I'll go over to Hey Ho Studios and I'll go on there. But I said repeatedly, I don't know this is not the appropriate forum for it. Why are we here? Like, what does this have to do with any of that? So, but whatever. I show up. So the host of Hey Ho Studios is like, "Steve, come on. Let's work this out." I showed up. Okay, I showed up. Steve then says, "Oh, I'm dealing with my kid right now," or something like that. Like, wouldn't show up. I'm like, well, man. I'm busy. I'm dealing with shit, and I'm driving 200 miles between all of this. You didn't fucking show up. But let me tell you who did show up. People showed up in that chat room that had not been there for the 3 prior weeks. So he was able to mobilize his digital army and send them over to Hey Ho Studios to sit there and trash me. Not to listen objectively, but to sit there and trash me. That's what they want to do. Call me a liar. Said I'm just looking for clout. I'm looking for clicks and views. Bullshit. I don't care about those things. I originally did this to share Alaska. That was
Right.
it. Okay. So it was really funny to me that he could send the message out, mobilize the digital slanderous army that he hides behind, hid behind his kid. That's essentially what he did. Hide behind his kid and not show up. That is exactly what he did. And as you and I talk here now, there is an open StreamYard link. He's welcome to come in, and I've said that over and over. He claimed I was talking about him behind his back. I never talked about Steve behind his back. I talked in an open forum right here that is open for anybody on YouTube to see, that also has a StreamYard link that anybody can come into. That is what happened. So now, how did this affect Autumn? So when he went,
Yes. Go ahead. All right, yes. People, you got that. You now you got the fire. You got the fire that he has right there. Perfect, because this is perfect segue right here. Now you got the fire about him. This is about him. Okay. Now we all know, if you're married, no matter where you live, your old lady, your wife, your missus, your ma'am, your all of that stuff right there. Okay. He is now going to speak about what happened and how it affected Autumn. Okay. Now I have messages from Cody right here that I cannot say anything about anything. So he's gonna go ahead and let you guys know. Here he is, right back on cue.
all right, sorry, let's try this again. So
You're right
so
now.
basically
You're going
mobilize.
on right now. You're going over how it affected Autumn.
Yeah. So how this all affected Autumn was the Hey Ho Studios was going to help us produce a 90-second video to just get the word out about her, about she's in need of a kidney, but she had a catheter in her neck, an access port. They pulled that out. They pulled that out because of the risk of infection, and if they ever need in the future emergency access, that will be a viable spot. She now has a port, a graft, in the inside of her leg. I don't know the medical science behind it, but it's inside of her leg.
At her thigh, is
If
it around the? Is it around her thigh? Is it around her thigh where they have it at? Yeah, see,
Yes, it's inside.
my son, before he passed, 7 heart catheterizations. So they have to go ahead, people, and put that in. So they have a place. So they have a viable access spot. Go ahead, man.
So, so they put the graft into her leg. The right leg, the veins were not they're not usable, or whatever the terminology is on that. So they had to use the left leg. If that graft fails, all they have left is the ability to go in through the neck. So she is on what is called a status 5. Is that what they call it? Yeah. She's on what's called status 5, which is the most emergent, expedited, top of the list through Swedish Transplant Center in Seattle, Washington. Because if the thing in her leg for any reason fails, and if for any reason the graft in the neck doesn't work again, it's it's well, it's not good. So it has gotten more dire. So what this SOB did was, he went over there, he totally slandered me, and how it trickled over to Autumn was, he planted the seed like I'm this liar and I'm this joke, and so now it's strained what little bit of relationship there was there, where they're not going to do it anymore. They're not going to do it. And it was just going to be like a 90-second video where they were going to donate their time, their expertise, put a little thing out. We don't need money. Money is not the issue. We're not looking for money. It doesn't matter, Robert. I could have Elon Musk's money. That doesn't get Autumn a kidney. So this is not about money. This is about finding somebody that has O negative blood with the high antibodies that she has. So finding her a match is extremely difficult. So they were going to produce this video and then shotgun it out to people that they know, in hopes that you never know, right? You never know.
Well,
So
check this
because
out.
of that,
Check this
now,
out. I'm gonna give you a chance to go ahead. I got Big John backstage. We're gonna let you finish this out because I don't want him to interrupt this part because you're talking. It's about Autumn right here. I just want to let you know what you spoke about and did all of that. You said they were gonna go ahead and produce it. That those came out of your mouth. I can go back and re-edit this and put it up, and we can go ahead and just re-put that message out. She needs. You said everything that she needs, blood type and everything. So I'll go back and redo that for you to help you out there. Keep going.
thank you. Yeah, I mean I mean it's it's gotten more urgent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that relationship is strained, right? Like that's done. That's done. I mean, the damage was done. So who got damaged in all this? It's not me. It's not me. Autumn's the one. Autumn Autumn is the one that got damaged the most in all of this. She's the one that got damaged. Okay? So I've said this time and time again. I as far as that crew, like, I'm just done with it. I don't want to deal with them anymore. That was like below the belt, low blow hit. I'm done. And here's the deal. His followers are going to blindly follow. They don't care. And that's fine. They can do them and we will do us. But I will still speak about my experience and represent it accurately and fairly.
All right, people. That was it, and he went through that reset. He'll come. He's been doing that the past. It's been doing it the past couple times. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and remove that. This is Hot Facts, people. If you are in the gig economy, people that know I am in other platforms. John McCallion here is a gig content creator. Just hit 500 subs. John is a person, people, that I throw shots at, and he's on my show because he understands there's some marketing involved in it, and there's some other stuff involved in it. He would not be sitting here if he did not have something to say and something to go ahead to put into this thing. Go ahead and check him out. He is a gig person in this community. He has messages in the morning times for you to wake up to. John, let them know where they can find you at outside of that also.
Yeah, you could just find my YouTube channel by looking up my name, but honestly, that's not why I'm here. I'm sure you weren't expecting me to have me on your channel, right?
Well, no, this is Hot Facts. Like, people don't like, this is the whole thing. People, I would rather someone come on my show because like what I do this is outside of, it's like wrestling to me, man. It's like wrestling to me. But when you're coming down to a sit down and do this other stuff, this is the real of the real. And you know what I mean? Surprised? No, because I eventually thought you would come over at some point. I just,
Mm.
if I would have put a gamble on how soon, I would have lost. You know what I mean? I would have lost. But you are here. You are here, and the same rules apply to Big John. People, please show respect when you come on Hot Facts. Your opinion is here. Everyone can speak and say what they need to say, and at the same time, we can all learn from each other. The floor is yours.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on first and foremost. And Cody and Autumn, I don't see you guys on my channel anymore. I don't know if it's because I talked to Pedro and all that stuff, but I'm wishing you guys all the best. If there's anything I could do to help, if you guys want to set up a GoFundMe or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to donate. Just wishing you guys and all the best. Just wanted to come on here, like let everyone know I don't have anything against anyone. I don't have anything against you, Robert. I don't have anything against you, Cody and Autumn. I've always respected everyone. That's just how I do. I've heard Robert say some things that I don't really watch your videos, but I've heard people relate information to me. Such things as like I have things against Robert, or I'm too scared to go in certain neighborhoods, or I'm trying to lose weight, but I eat Taco Bell on my streams. There's a lot of things that you guys don't see on camera. You don't see the basketball that I play 5-6 days a week. You guys don't see the intermittent fasting that I do. You guys don't see a lot of the healthy shit that I eat on my channel or even outside of my channel. You guys see, Taco Bell, that's my cheat meal once a week. And you guys, well, I keep saying you guys, but the only person I've heard talk about it is Robert, and I just wanted to come on here and trying to clear things up. Let everyone know that I don't have against anything, everyone, and if you have something against me, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right here, right now.
Yes, yes, yes. And Big John, I'm gonna go ahead. People, you went there. Let's go ahead and get this done. Now, the reason why shots have been thrown at you. Remember that very first meeting we had, and I don't know what they were trying to do with the Prop 22 thing. It was kind of like they were trying to make us go at each other. I don't know how that happened. We got past that, but then as comments are made, through people's channels, and I'm popping up on things, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna throw shots back because it is media still. And people know that I'm going to react and throw some stuff back. This is how I do my show also. And I go ahead and do my thing. If I see it, I react to it. But as you see, Big John is here, people. I'm not screaming at the dude and all this other stuff. This is the best thing about my show. I have people that come on here where people are like, don't you guys hate each other? You guys are missing the whole point. When it comes to a peer, it's like I said about Pedro. We play the same sport. You got to practice, put in the work, you got to execute, and you got to perform. I respect every single person in the group that does that. I will never lose that respect. We can battle and go back and forth like that. That's what keeps it going. When it comes to other things, that's when people are gonna throw shots and stuff, but that same mutual respect is gonna stay there. I'm gonna let you know this. Macho Man hit Hulk Hogan in the back and turned around and gave him a hug. He even messed with his girl, and they are best friends. You know what I mean? So, I hate to compare it to that, but that's what it is. We're in the same field, the same craft, and I'll go ahead and do this now. I apologize for anything that went out, and if you took it outside of whatever we're doing, I apologize for that. You're up here. I'm not going to let you walk away from here without hearing it. So there you go.
Yeah, again, I'm just here to answer any questions or because again, I don't watch your videos, but I have people sending me stuff. Me personally, I don't like drama. My life is my time is too valuable. I don't get myself in a drama. I'm trying to build a business, trying to grow my YouTube channel. There's a lot of things that I do outside of YouTube that I don't really get it. And honestly, I've never been a drama type of person. That's wanted to come on here and just talk about it, hash things out. We're all we're all in the same game. Whether it's you, whether it's Cody and Autumn, whether it's Pedro, UDM, Steve, whatever. We're all just trying to provide for ourselves and provide for our families. I think it's a little childish to tell someone how to make money. Me personally, if we, Robert, you and I have had discussions because we're both in California. We do Prop 22. My biggest thing is that, I was, sometimes, I don't know if it came off the wrong way. I was trying to give you advice that, we got to watch, just as important as to make money, we got to watch the miles that we're putting on, on our cars. And also we're in different markets. I know where you're at. You're in Moreno Valley. You're near Paris and all that stuff. You're in Riverside. I know where you're at. Your neighborhood is a little different than mine. You're in a working class blue collar neighborhood, and the neighborhood I dash in, it's a white collar.
Floyd Mayweather's house is 4 miles away.
Well, I'm just saying that could be the exception. I'm just talking about the majority, not the minority. But yeah,
well, I'm by the university, UCR, University, the UCR. That's strictly East Side, Riverside, strictly city. That connects to San Bernardino, which is strictly city, high hitters.
Yeah, I've been to UCR. I know where it's at. It's I think it's in downtown Riverside or near it. But yeah, just we're different markets, so whatever works for me, not necessarily might work for you in your market, and vice versa. For me, I don't see any of my customers. I would say 99.9% of them, they just want me to leave that door, and they don't even talk to me. They just say thank you through the Ring doorbell, and that's it. So for me, there's not really an opportunity to get cash tips. Whatever they put in the app, that's what I get. And for me, before I started doing gig work, I did sales for 10 years, for nine to 10 years, and I've worked in sales for for a long time, and wherever I worked, I was always either top salesman, top 3, top five. So I know how to talk to people, but when it comes to the gig economy, people just want their food, and that's it. So we're in different markets, but I would just say be careful, because I'm sure I see a lot of the same orders that you do. Like $10 going 50 or $10 going 15 miles, and I guess the only advice if I have to give it someone is even though you look at the pay, you gotta also be careful for the mileage because
Well, no,
our
like
cars are our
$10.
cars are.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna finish up saying that our cars aren't unlimited resources. They're gonna break down. There's gonna be expense, so we gotta take that account as well.
No, yeah, right. So, the orders that I see, I don't I don't see a lot of $10 for 15 miles. I don't see a lot of that.
Hmm.
I show them in my videos. I don't see those things. Um, it just doesn't happen. I don't see a lot of those. I can't speak for everyone, but like most of my trips, because of where I am, it's going to be between 1 and 3 miles. Every now and then, you'll get your 5.5s and sixes. But if I'm going like 6 miles, it's going to be at least like $12 is what it's going to show. I get those all the time. And I take them. I have a 98% acceptance rate. So when there's I don't I don't give a choice to not take the mileage. Like the other day, I did $52, an hour and 45 minutes, and I only drove 17.5 miles. I only drove 17.5 miles. Like right now, I did my first 4 orders. The first one was zero point 0.4, the second was 0.4, the third one was 0.6, and the fourth one was 3.3. So I took that $7.47 for that 3.3 because my first 3 orders was like 1.6 miles for those 3. So that 3.3, that it makes no difference there. You know what I mean? Because the dollars to the mile there, and I'm picking them all up quick. Now there are places where I don't drive to because I know like it's longer there for a wait. So I'm lucky enough to have where my hotspot is. Typically, they're ready. You know what I mean? Now, if I go to the other hotspot, I have to go. That's where you're gonna see the Popeyes and all these other places where a lot of people go, and it's busier. I stay on this side because I know these orders here. Now they could be going to the same spot to go drop them off, but it's more places here where it's like they're making it right when you get there and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I make sure I'm closer to this tower on this side. Yeah.
And Ball 107 made a good point. He said that most of those are origins DoorDash, and honestly, I do DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. And I would say, yeah, a lot of the DoorDash orders are far, and that's kind of what I was referring to. I don't see that many far orders on Uber Eats because I multi-app. So, but yeah, every market's different. Every app is different in each market. So yeah, you just got to be careful. With the mileage. That's my biggest advice. If I were to give any advice.
I got one question for you personally
Yes,
from me.
yes, sir.
Okay, so there's a lot of people out there that say I'm telling people to do certain things. But if you watch my lives and watch my videos, I'm never telling anyone to do anything. I'm showing and I'm teaching, and I want more people to come up with more things they're doing so they can talk so we can learn. I have never told someone, do it like this. This is the way you got to do it. I understand how it works. Like, believe me, if I was in Long Beach, I'll compare Long Beach to where Flex is. You already know Santa Monica, a place like that to where I would not be a diamond driver over there because so many orders will come up. You'll get like 6 orders just like that from one spot. So imagine all the other places. I wouldn't be a top driver in that area because I know I'm going to get a mass abundance no matter what. But let's say when you move to another area, it's not like that. You gotta use what they have and then use your own data to figure out, okay, what they put there in the bylaws is actually right. When they said that your ratings will get you this, they're actually right. So once you get that in the area where it's a lot of drivers around and like it's going to be tough, you are pretty much putting yourself in a position to get that pick. Now, what I do also, like what I did today, I taught the people at the restaurant on why you should give the drivers thumbs up and thumbs down. So when I let them know that when they said that we get a lot of rude drivers that come in here and they yell, I said you can give them a thumbs down to make sure they don't come back and make a disturbance in your restaurant. I said the thumbs up, that goes to the drivers that you see a lot, you like them, you want them to come in and do your thing for you. They said, wow. So they said, yeah, we're going to do that for you every time. That's even solidifying my money in that spot in between everybody that's in the market. Also, I talk about other things like that. While everyone is just picking up an order, you have a chance to really build a connection to make sure you're going to be good in that spot. Yeah. So pretty much, how did you get that? I'm trying to tell everyone that I'm trying to do it. And after hearing that, what do you think?
I would say, people who are outside of California aren't necessarily going to, understand how Prop 22 works. They might know how it works on paper.
Well, not Prop 22, not Prop 22. Throw Prop 22 out because I only get those checks every 2 weeks. My money that I make throughout the week, that's what I'm making right then and there.
All California drivers do.
Yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm so used to I'm so used to
If you were the only one getting it, then that would be a problem, man. That would be a problem. These apps would owe us some money. No, go ahead. I was just trying to clarify.
No, yeah, I threw me off because I just remembered he is here. I'm normally used to everyone some other place. Is this Don Anthony? Hold up, blah blah blah. Same talk every day. You guys made gig work seem. What are you talking about? Look, and here's what you do every day. You talk crap and still, I thank you for giving me the hours that you were watching. You come every single day and you say the exact same thing and you sit for the entire show. So you got to let me know. You're getting information, Don, because multiple people come on here from other platforms and other sectors and markets. You're learning some stuff. So just say it. You're learning. Don't say blah, blah, blah. It can't be blah, blah, blah because John's never been on here. He's never been on here. So, Don, I tell you every single time, there's a link for you to come on and speak, and you never come on the link. So the link is here. I told you I can make you a co-host. We are oil and water. That works best for the camera. Okay. Now, I forgot. Oh, I was saying, the every 2 week thing. So like when I'm making what I make for the week, that's what it is. I don't really count the Prop 22. I know how much I'm going to get, but it's hard for someone in another state to understand what I'm talking about because they know we get it here. But I've been driving before it's been coming in. I'm doing the exact same thing. Only difference is I know that if I do this many hours, that's how much I'm getting. And I've been doing the same amount of hours. That's the only, I just know that's coming. I just know it's coming. 2 weeks, I'm getting that for doing this many hours. I don't count that with the other stuff. People, if you're not in California, it's hard to explain. But the states like New York and you guys have your hourly, you guys will slowly start to understand what we are talking about because they don't put your Prop 22. Like, let's say you get your order and let's say your order says $15. There's no Prop 22 right there in that order. It's just going to count the time over and over again. So, yeah. What did Don say? He said, anyway, same talk. I will check in next week, and I bet it's the same. It's the same. Like, you are hilarious. You can watch, man. Why don't you watch all the different news clips and everything because you comment on them? I have at least 5 to 6 different videos every single show, Don. Different ones, Don. Just like you said, you'll check in next week. I gladly appreciate you, man. You are faithful in here, and I'm almost monetized. When I get the members, I hope you join. Now, Roy, what does Roy say? Roy said, still need to have a gig worker battle royale WWF style. Roy is hilarious. Now, John, Did you hear about the panel that did Steve text you about the panel that I'm trying to get him to help with to create so that we can actually have a real big gig conference? Okay.
No, I haven't heard about it. No.
All right. Let me read this to you. Steve reached out to me the other day. So I can put out the news. Your driver Mike put out an article that they're adding a delivery fee how we have here in California for the drivers. They're adding it in other states. So when even though me and Steve we're on different sides as far as me being a peer and someone that does the information and puts out news to the gig world. If Steve sends me some news, I am going to check out the news. Outside of whatever, like I said, same work, same preparation, I have to respect the news that he's going to send to me because he ain't going to send me no junk. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead, did that. We talked, and I said right here, I said panel. I said you and I, Pedro, UDM, Sin City, Flex, Gary Middleton, Revolution, Kim, and TFT said he wanted to be in there. I said each person has a different viewpoint. This could be the best thing for the gig economy. I say we answer all questions from the viewers live. This could be the gig conference on the tube. I say we plan it. Steve says, right now I have some major family ish to do with my son starting school in 2 weeks. He said I would be on if everyone else was and kept it positive. I'm trying to do something positive here. He said it would have to be next month, though. I'm all the way cool with that. I let him know that's what I'm trying to do is bring him in. He says my problem is that it just seems negative before it starts. Now, I'm not trying to have anything negative come in here, John. I'm trying to be able to put these are the people who have the mouthpiece and who can articulate themselves very well and to be able to answer questions, and everyone's in a different market. We don't have to go somewhere and travel for that. We can do that here or on any person's thing, 10 people on at one time. Now, what do you think? What do you think about Steve reaching out to me so I can share the article? And I did on one of my last shows. I shared the article. It was actually yesterday, and trying to reach out to him to start something that can be good for the gig economy. What do you feel about that?
To be completely honest with you, between you and him, that's your guys' business. But anything that's positive and helps bring the community instead of divide it, I'm all for it.
All right, people. There you see. I'm just trying to let people know that every person on that panel has a completely different point of view. Okay, completely different point of view. And I broke down the point of views of all of them, and it works out so perfect. But that's exactly what I'm trying to plan. I have it set up so each person, when they speak, they have 2 minutes to speak. Everyone's on mute. No one can come off of that. When the questions come on up from the comments there, we all we go from there, and then we learn. Just trying to go ahead and get that in. But now, since Cody's back, Cody, Big John said he noticed that you stopped watching his channel. I'll go ahead and allow, because right now John is saying, hey, let's clear the air. So that was a question that he had. So floor is on you.
It's not that I stopped watching your channel. It's just that we've just been truly busy on this end, but also I'm also cautiously trying to figure out because I like interacting with you guys, but I'm also trying to cautiously figure out where I can continue to interact, but also not be the subject of what has also been going on. And the other thing too, I've been wanting to reach out to John, but like lately I've been busy, but also unsure of, just because of all the weirdness going on. Totally unrelated from the gig work, but like he talks a lot about like the wellness and things like that. And there's some things that I've been wanting to do to try to slim down a little bit. Because, I drink about 120 too many of these. So don't laugh. But I've been wanting to go. It's just, but the problem is trying to figure out where I don't know if that makes any sense. So what I just cautiously.
It makes sense. You were trying to connect with him on something that wasn't gig.
Right.
All right.
So that's where that's at. And the other thing too is I think if you guys organize a digital, like an online conference I think it's just my opinion. I think one of the most important things is. Are we
You're
back?
one of those Alaska. Oh, you should be back, but I
Are we
think
all
you're
back?
one of them Alaska reindeer ruts.
Are we here?
I can see you, but sometimes when it does this,
You're breaking up, Cody.
Cody, come back in. I'll remove you down. What's up, Roy? What's up, Roy?
Here's some
Throwing
hot
your
facts.
dice. Throw in your dice, Roy. Throw in your dice.
Here comes some hot facts from Roy. Okay, everybody in this gig community on these channels is so full of shit, and they're so wishy-washy, backwards with all the bullshit they talk about. You just said Steve wants it to stay positive, yet every time we go on his channel, he's talking negativity about gig work, talking negativity about autonomous cars, talking negativity. Every fucking channel on here. Don't sit there and say, stay positive. I go to this channel because they're positive. Every fucking channel on here is being negative about the gig work and gig community, period. I don't want to hear that bullshit that, but there is, like fucking Cody was saying, there is a fucking clique out there that everybody will ride other people's channels to get those subs. And I'm not dogging that. Be free. You know what? It's a strategy. And that's what people need to understand. They got their clicks because it's a strategy. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, if they have the same people on their channel time and time again talking about what they
if you guys can hear me,
yeah, we can hear you. It's a YouTube strategy. Let's fucking be honest with you. And I don't like when I hear people say, "Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not." Bullshit. We see it time and time again. And it's a strategy. You keep the same people on your channel. You talk about what everybody wants to talk about, which is the same gig work shit, because that's what everybody lives for 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, is work. So it makes sense to have the same people on your channel over and over again with the higher sub numbers, because then you're going to pull those, hopefully, some of their subs to your channel to reach your sub count to where you can get monetized and shit. So, because we all know 90% of the people on here want the money. They're doing it for the money. Plain and simple. So it's a strategy. So I don't get mad at anybody. You want to be in your little clique, you want to ride that. I don't give a fuck. I do my own thing. You guys know I come out and I do my own thing. But for everybody to sit there and say, "Oh, try to be positive, well, you got to be positive first. You can't say one thing and do something totally opposite on your fucking channel and not expect people to don't see it. See, Roy sees every fucking thing. Roy's in everybody's shit. Like John said, "What's up?" to me last night. One of my posts, because I haven't. He feels maybe I haven't been in his thing. I've watched this stuff.
We even met in person last month. I met Roy in Vegas in person last month.
And I've watched I've been watching his channel, and I'm going to be honest with you, John. I was going to save this for my live.
He thinking about it. You can save it if you want, Roy.
No.
Let him speak. He's been through some shit.
Give me a second.
I know. I was watching the
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a little disappointed.
Okay.
I see you putting this motivational shit out every day, but you don't seem to have the same motivation when it comes to losing the weight that you say you want to lose. And let me finish before you speak. Okay. You said that nobody sees what you're doing off camera. Everything you're doing is on camera, bro. Every day we see a lunch stream where you eat that fucking garbage Chipotle. I know that shit's garbage. Then later on in the night, you're eating something with Nova Dashes, Taco Bell, whatever the fuck it is you're eating. And I know damn well that shit's not healthy for you, bro. I've been there, done that. And it's kind of disappointing, bro, because I want you to lose your weight. I want you to get to your goal. But it looks to me like we're so caught up in the YouTube shit. When we're asking people to pick out what do you want me to eat, fuck what those people want you to eat. You need to eat what's best for you and your body and what works for you. And so that's why I'm kind of disappointed. It's not that I don't have anything bad against anybody, but I speak my mind, and it's kind of disappointing to me because I see you throw out this motivation. You have your book about motivation, but It's like I go on your channel and I'm seeing you eating all this fucking garbage, which I know is not good for you. And I know you're never going to lose the weight eating that fucking garbage. Even if you play basketball for an hour, you're not burning enough calories to maintain that shit that you're eating. And it just upsets me a little bit because I've been there. I've had my health issues. And I don't want to see another person go through that, especially when I hear them being passionate about losing the weight, wanting to do this. And so that's, I was going to save it for my channel, but since we're here, I'm like, I want to see you do better than that, man. It's that eating all that fucking garbage to asking people what they want you to eat. Fuck that, man. You got to do what's best for you and not worry about the subscribers and not worry about, pleasing those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like you're almost going out of your way to please them because it's like, oh, pick what you want me to know. No, and I don't know. What I say really means at the end of the day, dick to anybody. It's just my opinions. And I know my disappointment in somebody means shit, but I take that shit personal because I've done that. I've done the weight loss challenge. I've lost 70 pounds in less than fucking 4 months. I've done that shit. I know what it takes. I know the sacrifice. And I don't see that sacrifice in you, John, of what it takes to lose that weight that you really want to lose. And I know you're serious about. I can see it in your eyes. You want to do it, but at the same time, I see it look like you're trying to play to your subscribers. You're trying, and I just rather you fucking just go out there and bust your ass and do it, and quit worrying about what the YouTube people think about you eating and this and that, and just do you, man. Take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it doesn't look serious when I see every day. You're on 2 streams or two videos and you're eating fucking garbage. That to me is not, it's not going to reach your goal for you. You know what I'm saying?
Now check this out, Roy. Now, I don't know. Now, I know, John, before there was a video, a short of yours, and I offered in exchange your book for, I went to school for this, man.
You know what, Robert? And I'm going to block you on that. It doesn't take your plan. It doesn't take a book. If you don't have the mindset and the determination to do it, John knows what he needs to do. Let's fucking face it. John can sit here and tell us what he needs to do to lose the weight, to do it properly. Okay? He knows this. Okay?
No, I get that. I get that, but it'll be a way for him to see that it teaches you, you're not going buying that, you're the same stuff. Trust me, all he has to do, and it's not changing anything about you. I have everything broken down so you can pick and choose anything you like. It's broken down, and I offered it there because that passion that Roy is talking about. Now I got to tell people what Roy is saying all the time: the dedication, TTMA, TBF, train the mind and the body follows. You have to want to go ahead and do it, but at the same time, outside of that, I have a piece that I have put my hard work into to design for people to help them, and all I need is an email. And you can have the whole PDF, and that's it.
And I don't want John to feel like I'm picking on him or something. This is just what I see, and you guys know I don't hold back. I just speak my mind. It's always been a good thing and a bad thing, but I just care about people. Like I've met him in person. We're almost living each other's lives through these fucking channels, and so you really get to know somebody, and you do. I'm not gonna say I'm falling in love with John, but you do look at his struggles and you
it's
see
okay,
what he's
Roy.
going.
Falling up, it's all right.
and you see what he's going through, and you've been there personally, and you're seeing the mistakes being made. He may not see the mistake. Maybe nobody's told him, "Hey, quit eating that fucking garbage. It's never gonna reach you to what you need to reach." You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy that will do that, and that's what I've noticed for the last week, 2 weeks is, it's just eating this garbage that I know ain't never going to get you where you want to be. And once again, I don't want to interject myself too much because it's your life. Live how you want. But at the same time, I want to see what's best for people, regardless. I want to see what's best for Cody, Reese, Pedro. I want to see the best for everybody. And it is kind of upsetting that we do have all this drama between people. And a lot of the drama is because of miscommunication. People take texts the wrong way. They take shit like the wrong way. And it gets to a point when nobody wants to talk man to man. Like I've talked to everybody almost man to man when it comes to any beefs that I have with people. And this ain't even a beef between me and John. Like I said, I hung out with John while he was here chilling. I don't have a beef with him. I'm just explaining what I see. And it's kind of disappointing to me. And I'm not gonna be the guy that, is not gonna tell him, hey, this is what I see. And being as somebody who's been there and done that shit and knows the dedication and what it takes to lose that kind of weight, I just don't see it happening. And I really wish that people get so locked up in this gig tube thing and the gig and the subscribers and this and that and trying to please motherfuckers. Like I'm not here to please you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to please people. And so I'd rather see you not please people and do what's right for yourself and get yourself in shape and do what you need to do versus please people and throw your wants or your needs or your dreams out the fucking window just to fucking satisfy people you don't even know. 500 people that don't even know you, the real John, or they just come to your channel to watch you talk about gig work. At the end of the day, none of these people are like you said, bro. None of these people are going to be next to you in a hospital bed. None of these people are going to be paying your hospital bills. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be John. John's going to be the one. So, and like I said, don't take it personal, bro. It's just what I see. And, and I just want the best for you. I want the best for Cody, his wife, Reese. I want the best for everybody. And so that's just what I wanted to say because, I don't hold back. And the whole thing with Cody, and when I asked about Cody today, about I want to see what Steve said. That's why I asked for the links to these videos, because I would like to see what he said. And if I could be a mediator between you and Steve, and maybe we can get that hey-ho guy to come back in and say, hey, do this video for Autumn. To me, the hey-ho guy, I don't know him very well. I was in there talking with him. He should have never canceled what he wanted to do because of a personal beef between you and Steve. That should have never happened. If he knew you talked to him, he knew you were a stand-up guy, he should have never canceled on that video. He should have still done the video. So maybe if I could mediate, one day you guys come on my channel, hash your shit out, and maybe we can get him back in to do that video to help your wife. I'll be more than happy to do that. But in my personal opinion, he should have never chose not to do that. Just because what Steve said, if he's about you and your wife and he really wants to help, that's all that should have mattered. It shouldn't have mattered what Steve fucking said. And
sorry,
you know what I'm saying? But that's just what I see. That's what I see day to day. I see people being called clowns, which is garbage. I don't. You want to call people clowns? That falls on your insecurities or your problem. That's just because somebody wants to do this. That's their thing. They don't need to be called clowns. Now the new thing is you're either intelligent or you're unintelligent. See, it's one thing after another. All we're doing is trying.
You picked up on that, Roy? You picked up on the intelligence thing?
Yeah, all we're trying to do is rename the insults to make it seem like the insult's more intelligent sounding. You see what I'm saying? That's all it boils down to. And that's the problem. Too many people on these gig tuber channels are trying to dictate how people live their fucking lives, and that's not what it's about. You should be willing to help people, but not dictate their fucking life. And that's what I see, a lot of dictating the life. And that to me is garbage. I don't mind helping people. If somebody wants my advice, feel free, ask me away. But I'm not at the end of the day going to say you're a clown because you did this. I was homeless. I know what it's like to be homeless. I don't want to see people homeless because they took this person's advice because he was going to call me a clown if I didn't do what he said and end up on the fucking street. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see that kind of shit. But yeah, now it's moved from intelligent to unintelligent to this. It's like all we're doing is renaming the insults to people. And what's really hurtful to me is when you have that many fucking subscribers on any channel and they fucking are willing to agree with what you say about people like that. That just shows me that society is down the fucking toilet and it's garbage. Nobody should ever agree with somebody calling them a clown because they choose to do live their life the way they choose to do it. That's fucking retarded to me. That anybody should even agree with that shit. And And I've said it before. A lot of people, like even people that come in my channel that are strong supporters of me, they don't step up. When somebody sees somebody talk shit about Roy, I would expect each and every one of you to go on that thing that know me personally, that know how I say, hey, Roy never said that. Roy's not like that. I've talked to Roy this, I do that. So why are you talking shit about Roy? You know, but nobody is willing to stand up for other people. I'm willing to stand up for other people, or I wouldn't be saying what I said to John. If I didn't care about John and his well-being and him reaching his fucking goal, would I have put myself on here and said that to him? No. But I care about you guys. I care about Cody. I want to help the issues with Cody and them. Same with Reese. You know, I talk to Reese about all kinds of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
so
Roy tells me how it is. If he don't like something, he go tell me, and it goes right back. And just and look, Roy, right there, people, there is no. You got to understand some things when it comes down to it. Now we got a lot going on here. Before Roy hopped in, Cody was going to respond for John, but now John has two things that he's got to do right now. Big Roy just went ahead and had that sentimental moment there. So right now, I'm going to let John reply back to Roy right there, and then Cody, I'll allow you to answer the question that John asked you about him. So go ahead and do your thing with Roy first, John.
Roy, I mean, I know that you're always coming from a good place, so I don't really take anything that you say personally. For me, I've already dialed down the calories, and props to you, lost 70 pounds in 4 months. That's a lot of weight in very little time. For me, I'm doing this the long haul, so because I've lost 50 pounds in 5 months like you have, or quickly. And for me, I've realized that afterwards I start binging because it's too strict. So sometimes, yeah, I'll have the Taco Bell here and there, but it's not a everyday occurrence. So I try to give myself a little bit of leeway so I don't screw up and mess up down the road, if that makes sense. So yeah, Chipotle is not the healthiest thing to eat, but I also don't dash very close to home. So for me to drive home, grab lunch, and then drive all the way back, it doesn't make sense. So Chipotle is the healthiest thing that is available to me in my area. Whenever you eat out, there's gonna be a lot of sodium, but I drink a lot of water. I do a lot of cardio to offset that. So when you see me eat Chipotle, I've already measured it out. My breakfast is about 200 calories. And then, the Chipotle is about 13 to 1400 calories. So I'm still eating under 2000 calories. So I've already got everything figured out, and I appreciate your concern.
Yes. We have Rideshare Lisa in the house. Hello, Rideshare Lisa. We're gonna get to you in just a minute. Just be patient right now. Right now we have a reply. John asked a question to Cody right now, so Cody's gonna go ahead and answer that, and then we'll go ahead and get to you, Rideshare Lisa. Thank you for stopping in and hitting on that link. Cody, go ahead.
Yeah, my internet connection's so choppy, so sorry. Literally what happened was the Alaska Railroad came through full of people, and then the connection to that infrastructure here is terrible. But anyway, all I was saying was, number one, it just comes down to two things: busy, and two, trying to know kind of where the welcoming spots are and where they're not, because I don't like coming on here and having a negative experience, but I also like interacting with people, and I struggle with my issue, like my incredibly expensive and sugary drinks. And so then the problem is I put on weight, but then fighting those cravings and fighting that's been difficult. So I've often thought about asking, like coming to you to figure out, like, what the heck do you do? Because I've tried so much stuff and it doesn't work, but I don't want to walk into a situation where, at 2, where, like, for example, when I've been on, it was like 8-ish months ago, went on Pedro's channel, and I didn't, like I've said before, I didn't use any foul language. I didn't put anybody down. All I did was make a case for Top Dasher in our area, just providing a perspective, and they kept timing me out for 300 seconds at a time. So the thing is, I didn't want to walk into a situation, not saying you would do that, because I don't believe you would do that, but that's all. I just don't want to be in certain mixed company, so.
All right. That was there. Now I want to welcome Rideshare Lisa to the panel. If you guys do not know, I'm on I'm in many different communities all over right now. People, this is streaming here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. I have it on another YouTube channel and two other places right now. It's being streamed right now, different platforms. Those of you who may not know, Rideshare Lisa, she is in the gig economy also. She is part of the workforce out here, putting in the time and doing the grind. You can go ahead and check her out. Click on, type her up, click on it. Hello, Rideshare Lisa. We're at a panel, at a table. What made you want to stop in and eat?
Well, because of Cody, I've been here. I've been in the background, but I'm here. And sometimes I don't like what I hear, but sometimes there are days that I do like what I hear. And like today I literally couldn't sit still. Okay, Roy is 100% correct in every word that he said. I've known that man for 2-3 years. He is loyal to everybody. He would give his shirt off his back for anybody. He's just a very good, nice person. And like he said, a lot of things happen because of miscommunication. And so, I mean, if Roy says something, really listen to him, because even though a lot of times he gets upset about something or whatever, he's usually pretty spot on. And with Cody and Autumn, I love those two people. I know that right now, because of what happened, they think that I don't. But for you, Roy, this is also, I wanted to let you know that I've already reached out to Tremaine, because Autumn's 26 years old. She's got these kids, she's just a nice person. She's really not out for anything. She's just a nice person. And so I already reached out to Tremaine about that video, because there's no reason why we can't get her help. Autumn deserves it. She needs it. Her kids need it. And she's 26 years old, and I know what she goes through because of somebody else I know who has dialysis 3 days a week. He's able to do other stuff to overcome the pain and the things that you get when you do dialysis, and literally she can't. Literally, she goes through these treatments, and she is sick, she's tired, and she can't live her life like the rest of us. And she doesn't bother anybody. She really, and she's out with Cody all the time, gigging it up, going in the restaurants, getting food and stuff like that. Because, that's pretty much the time that she gets to be able to be human. That's why she does her dialysis so late, because so she can have that whole day. I did ask her one time why she didn't do it early in the morning. I always did my doctor's appointments first thing in the morning. But then if she did it first thing in the morning all day long, she couldn't do anything else. So that makes sense that she does it at night. And so, I have reached out to Tremaine about it. I also have thought about that GoFundMe that they were talking. I was sleeping, but I did hear it. I guess I was waking up a little bit during the stream, and I did hear about that GoFundMe, because they need it. They need a new car. The car that they have is falling apart. They have to drive 50 miles one way 3 days a week. So that's 100 miles 3 days a week in that car. They need a new car. They can food and bills and things like that when things are slow. But they do need a GoFundMe, because they need a new car. More than anything, they really need that car, and she really needs a kidney. So I have talked to Tremaine about it. I know that you think I'm mad at you. I am not mad at you at all, because I was really busy the other day, and I'm trying for Top Dasher. You know what I'm saying? So so much is going through my head right now, trying to do this Top Dasher and trying to get my acceptance rate up, and the other apps aren't working. So I've this week has kind of been awful, really, because I'm just not making a whole lot of money right now. So when I didn't respond to you, it wasn't because I was mad at you at any point at all. Not at all. You and Autumn are awesome. I don't like the backbiting that you guys are doing to each other. That I have already mentioned to Steve. Like Roy said, the drama has to stop. It's just for other people to enjoy, not because it's true. It's just now everybody wants to know, well, what's going on? I want to hear this. I want to hear that. And it's not about you anymore, and it's not about Autumn anymore. It's about this drama between you and Steve. And both of you are really good people. And sorry, I'm just parking in a market spot. Both of you are really good people and deserve the best. And that's pretty much all I had to say. I just wanted to come on here and just explain where I came from.
I want to, and I want to make one more point to what I said earlier about the gig community. And I'm going to use Pedro's video yesterday as the perfect example. And we all know I don't have a problem with Pedro, me and whatever. But the first thing he said in his video yesterday was, we as a gig community need to come together. But yet, throughout that whole video, he's calling people unintelligent. He's calling people wannabe clowns. I don't give a shit. A clown, unintelligent people are still part of the gig community. We can't alienate people just because they have a different thought process than you, or they might not be as intelligent as you. Okay, so that just goes to the example of the bullshit that we see. You can't say one thing at the beginning of your video and turn around throughout the video calling people unintelligent, clown, because all you're doing is alienating people. Okay, maybe we're not all college educated like Pedro. I don't fucking know. Don't really care. We all have life experience in which we use as our knowledge to do shit. Like, I am not college educated. I went to school for my shit, my criminal justice stuff, but I am never going to claim that I know it all. And that's why I continue to watch shit, because I will learn some shit. I will learn. But we can't say we all got to come together and then turn around and start calling people clowns and unintelligent, because now you're alienating people. How can we say bring people together, but yet you're pushing people away at the same time? That makes no fucking sense to me. And right. and a lot of this shit, I think, that is being said, it's because that's what people want to hear. People love negative. Trust me. A lot of people come to my channel because I can be very negative. I thrive on the negative parts of life, because that's the part of life people need to understand, as well as the positive. Because the negative is going to have a lot worse effects on you at the end of the day than the positive. And people need to understand that. So I don't have a problem being negative about rideshare, about gig work. I have no problem being negative, because I've lived that negativity, and I'm trying to spread that negativity to teach people that, yeah, there's a lot of good positive stuff about being your own little boss and doing this and that. But you got to remember, there is a flip side to that. And if I can share my experience of the negativity with people, to hopefully they never get to that point, then I'm happy with that. Call me as negative as you want. I'm happy with that, because you're learning. You're learning from somebody who's lived it. You've learned somebody who's gone through it. And hopefully you don't make those same mistakes that I explained that I made, that you never have to live that negativity that I've lived. We can all have a great positive life, and you don't have to deal with the negative as much. So I don't have a problem being negative about stuff, and I have no problem calling out it, saying it, because it's part of life. And that's what people need to understand, is keep it always positive. Keep it positive. I don't want to see nothing negative. Well, negativity is part of life. And to every positive, there is a negative. It's just like, it's like water and fucking being water and dry. They're there. They're together. And you have to remember that every positive, there is a negative. And so somebody choosing to speak on the negative, you shouldn't get down on them, because they're showing you the other side of shit. You know, we can all, God, I wish we could all live under like rainbows and uniforms, but that's not life. That's not life. And so I have no problem being the negative guy in the room and sharing with people the negative shit, because they need to understand that. They need to understand that the negative is what there is, a opposite of positive, and it is negative. So
Yep, and that's
Can I say
reality.
one more thing before I leave?
Yes. And I was just about to go to you. Wait, let me get you. I was just about to go to you, really quick. Now
I gotta
you're
go.
on here.
I gotta go eat. It's dinner time. I gotta go eat.
All right, man. Do your thing, Roy. Now, you came on here. Do your thing. Say your last message there, and then when you're doing your last message, you're on Hot Facts, and then let the people know how you enjoyed the moderation here.
John, I understand what you're going through. That's why I left that comment this morning that I'm proud of you, because I know the struggle. And I when Roy went to the doctors, and then he started last year, he started everybody, the gig community, trying to get everybody to lose weight and everything. And I joined it, and I lost a lot of weight. But my W-2 job I was so stressed out at my W-2 job. When I got sick with the virus, they didn't even call me or text me to see how I was doing. That's why I'm enjoying doing this full time. So I know, John, like I'm in your back. I'm always in the background, because I'm driving most of the time when you're on. But if there's something negative or something that's pushing you, you're going to have to deal with it in order to keep your weight loss going, because I know that I gained more weight back when I was at my W-2 job, because and I think I said it in one of my videos that I was like losing myself. I felt myself disappearing in my job. And I for anybody, and if you feel that something is pulling on you, and you just can't you just can't shake it off, it's something you got to get rid of in order to keep moving forward, because then you just lose yourself, you give up like I did. I started drinking these instead of the monsters, because these have no sugar or sodium. But I was back on the white monsters, which have tons of sodium, which you can't lose weight. You gain more water weight with those things because of my job. But since I've been doing gig work, I love doing gig work. I love meeting new people. And I love the community. And John, you're like awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
He is. He's a positive person. But you know what? Sometimes even the most positive motivators, I have found out from channel other motivators. Like I sent you a link last year of a motivator. Um, they always have something that they can't shake, and they struggle. I think motivators who are like John, they struggle with it more because people look up to them, and they really don't have anybody or to talk to about it, or how to shake it. And I don't know if that's your problem. If that is your problem, you said you were losing weight, so that's why I'm so excited for you. But I also heard Roy, and he's met you, so he's talked to you in person, and I'm sure you guys talk, because that's what Roy does. He talks. And he was just about to cry, and Roy never does that. And if there's something that's on your mind, I think you and Roy probably developed a bond. And Roy is not friends or clicky with anybody. He's just Roy.
Just Roy.
He would probably be a great person to talk to if you need somebody to listen. If you need to vent, I mean, I've done that with Roy myself, where I was having problems, and he would just listen, not say nothing. He would just listen, and it kind of takes the edge off a little bit. So, and that's how I learned to be able to let people vent with me, is because of certain people. One being like Roy, is don't talk, let them just do all the talking, no matter what it is about. And if they want your opinion, they'll ask. If not, then you got what you needed off your chest. I don't know if that's it, but if that is it, um, definitely talk to Roy, and he'll he'll have your back no matter what. He has everybody's back. That he knows. So
Yep. Well, thank you for those words. If you got a little chance to stay on. I know you said you got to leave in just a little bit. I do
yeah,
thank you
I'm
for
working.
coming in. I have an open link. I have an open link policy. You can always just come on in when that link is there. Click that thing and come on in. You'll have a good time.
Well, I'll be in the background. I'm still working on my top dashers. Like
Okay.
Cody
Okay.
said that, I'm going to eat miles, which I just did. I just came back from a 13-mile run. I'm eating
Okay.
miles, but I'm definitely trying not to. I'm making sure that if there's no tips on them, if I know for a fact there's no tips on them, I'm not taking those orders. But I'm eating miles, and I've gotten my acceptance rate up. So
Yep. Well, all right. Now I know John wanted to. Let me make sure. Was
you
it
guys have a good
John?
night.
Yes, yep. Thank you. Thank you. John, before you head on out, go ahead and do what you gotta do. Make sure you get this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that just to address Lisa real quick. That post wasn't mainly about weight loss. It was just for me to show, kind of inspire others to to show them where I've come from and just to show gratitude to the position that I'm in my life. And like I said in the beginning, I just came on here because I've seen you talk, talk crap, about me, about in your videos and stuff like that, talking about how I'm fake and all this stuff. So I wanted to come on here and just see if
Boy,
you know.
I know what you mean, man. I put the fecalian, I put the F. It's like I said. When you'll know if all right. You see how I treat Hannibal? I don't like that guy at all. I don't like that guy at all. I treat this like if you watch, let's say ESPN, NFL Network, all you know how I treat it the exact same way. That's what I do. And I use some of the things like that. A lot of people don't understand that it's still marketing. You still got to keep things excited. You got to keep people guessing about certain things. We have an economy here. We have an economy here. I'm the only person that really understands the whole big giant picture of the different content creators and their lanes, and that's what it is. There's nothing personal, nothing. I don't know you personally to throw a personal shot. You know what I mean? So like a lot of
But the
people on
promise that you did, and that's why I came on here to clear my name.
well, I got you. Your name is cleared. Your name is cleared. Your name is cleared. Your name is clear. We already went over all that. The beginning, you know what I'm saying? I was throwing them because I saw them when I saw I throw back. You're all the way cleared. And people, this is what it is. You get up here and you talk. You get up here and you talk. And Big John said, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity, and that's what he did, like a man. I respect that all the way. 1,000.
But the thing is
1,000.
that I shouldn't have to come on here, and I'm doing it because like I said, I don't like people dragging my name through the mud and saying stuff that's not true, and that's the reason why I came on here. I shouldn't have to come on here just to clear my name
I got you.
and things
But
and
but Big
things like
John,
that. But
But Big John, at the same time, Big John, I came in here and every single, all right, like here's how it works. Like if you hang with a bunch of people and you throw things out every now and then, but you're still in the background, guilty by association. If everyone out there is in the gang and you're hanging out with them, the cops are not going to think you're not part of that gang. So therefore, I have had these things thrown at me every single day for the past 7 months. So when someone gets to a point and he sees everyone is trying to ease in on that and throw shots, I am going to fight back. In every video that I have done, I have explained exactly what I am doing and why I am doing it, which is why this right here is so good. You didn't have to come here, but at the same time, it's necessary because we would have had a bunch of things still there in the gray area.
But that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't have been like that because I wasn't throwing shots at you, and you kind of really, to be completely frank with you, you completely fucking took a shit on my name, and that's why I wanted to come on here. See, let's talk things out. I'm gonna say it again. I don't have anything against you. I think you're a cool dude. I like the fact that you bring a lot of police brutality and all this stuff in the community to light. But just talking crap about me or talking about other crap about other people, it's just not cool, man. Because
I
we're all here.
got you, John, but
We're all just here. Let me finish? We're all just here trying to make money. We're all just trying to support our families. Whether it's Cody and Autumn, they have kids. You have your beautiful daughter, your lovely wife. We're all just trying to make money. We're all just trying to support our families. So, again, I don't have anything against you. I think you're a cool dude, but just talking about people behind their backs and all this stuff. It's just not cool. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got you there. Now I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
When is enough for for a person to say I'm not gonna let it happen anymore? When is enough for that first? Answer that one. When is enough for someone to say I'm not gonna have it anymore? Because like this has been happening to me. My name has been thrown through the mud since I first hopped in on Pedro's first interview with me when I had like 45 subscribers. My name has been dragged through the mud to where I have to say things and let people see my face, and I can't do it behind. I do it on camera, so it's not behind anyone's back. I'm gonna say it and let everybody hear it. You know what I mean? But my name has been dragged through the mud for such a long time. That's why I'm asking, when is enough for one person to just say I'm not gonna have it anymore?
You know what? I completely relate what you're going through, because for me, I actually, I've been going through kind of a similar thing since I was in my 20s. Whenever, for me, at least in my experience, whenever I wrote and self-published my first book, it was available at college or USC, UCLA, some of these big name schools. People were just taking shots at me and all stuff. But you know what? I just ignored them because I let their results speak for themselves. Because people are going to believe what they want to believe. They're going to hear what they want to hear. So you just keep doing your thing, and people that agree with you are going to support you. That's just how it is. People who disagree with you are going to talk shit. So that's been my experience, at least.
Respectable. Respect that. John, I'm giving you one of these. I can't shake your hand right now. We are in two separate places, but I got to give you one of these. People, see, look, this is how I do my thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed the moderation, how I let the people speak. You get the floor. You have a question. I'll make sure it goes back and forth. This is the dialogue that I want to capture here on this channel here. So I hope more content creators, just do what John did. It's like jump rope. It's the double dutch. He just hit the button and he was right there. He probably had something that he probably thought was going to happen, but it didn't even happen. He's right here doing his thing, man. John said, he hasn't seen many of my videos, but actually being here, being able to talk to me one-on-one, being able to get some things out there. You said you've seen some of the other videos and clips, the police brutality and all that stuff. What do you think about our experience right now that we're having?
In regards to what?
As far as, just from you coming in, thinking I'm going in blind to how it all is now. Just explain in your words how this experience is.
It's been positive overall. I'm glad that you brought me on, and I'm glad we were able to talk things out. I think there are some stuff that you kind of downplayed, like the stuff that you mentioned about me in your videos. But I'm glad you let me come on and let's just hash things out, because that's what it's all about. We're all just trying to make a living for our families and support our families, and there's really no time or place or no need for this drama in the gig economy, to be honest.
Yes, sir. Now, Cody, DoorDash Revolution just hopped up in. Is there? Did you have anything else for Big John before Revolutions hits the mic?
No, and I'm not saying this to John, but as far as things needing to cool down, and this isn't directed at John, that it needs to start where it was coming from. That's the big thing. There needs to be some pushback from the top down and the enablers in between. So that's not a John issue. I'm glad that he came on here, because I'm not sure what the place has been, so that's why I've been kind of taking a little bit of an apprehensive conservative approach with some people. So and of course stuff related to dieting is totally separate from gig work, but sometimes animosity can bleed over. So I wasn't really sure of what his position was. So that's, but also know that it's the overwhelming majority of it's been because we have been pretty busy, and then we kind of had this garbage over the last couple of days. So what little time I've had, I've either been here or I've been doing the personal stuff. So
Yeah. Rev, welcome to the screen. Welcome to the screen, Rev. What do you got to add? Any questions for anyone, or do you have a statement? What you got?
I got a statement. Now, we're beginning to see the problems that being surfaced. Now, we identifying the problem. Now we got to come up with a solution for the problem. Now, I didn't say this so many times in my videos, and I'm going to say it right now. What defines the character of a human being? It doesn't matter if you're male or female, white or black, rich or poor, smart or not. Behavior, attitude, and personality defines the character of that human being. We all have problems. We all going through things, and we go through our struggles daily. That's the purpose of building a community, so we can support that community and make each other better, or better than we were before. We all have our flaws. We all have our hangups, all of that. But once we mature, in whatever age that we mature in, we have learned that men have feelings as well. Men have emotions as well. We keep it bottled up so much. Then when we finally do let it out, it explodes. I'm glad that things have been put on the scene right now. I'm glad that the air have partially been cleared, but it hasn't been totally cleared. Now, since we've been talking about a GoMe fund, who's going to set up the GoMe fund so all of us drivers in the gig community can pitch in? That's where we need to go right now with this. It's been talk, but it don't necessarily have to be you, Gigs and Gun, to do it. I'm bringing this out to the rest of the community. Don't matter who set it up.
Cody, let me tell you this, man. Rev, let me put pause on you really quick. Cody, this is where, you said they didn't, the video got backed out on. Yeah, you went out and said your thing. I said I was gonna help you there. Roy said he would go ahead. John said he's gonna go ahead. Lisa says she's already doing her thing. Look, right now, this is what you were going for. This is what you were going for, because this is really what you guys need.
All right, y'all gotta head out. See you guys later.
Yeah. All right, John. Yep. Thanks for coming by, man.
Yep. Have a good one.
Don't is Rev there? Don't reject. Do not reject the help, because you spoke about it, and then Lisa came on here and verified it and said that she'll go ahead and talk to him, because that's not right. So she verified it. Everyone heard, and it was verified, which means now the help that is going to come in, do not fight it, accept it. That's what you got to do. Put the pride aside. You weren't going for it. You didn't plan it. This is what's going to happen. So the gig economy, we're going to try to figure out how we're going to start a GoFundMe for you guys to help you guys out. And if you are part of the gig economy and you are for real, put the no tip, no trip crap aside. Put how you accept your orders aside. Put all of this stuff aside, because this is humanity and humility. You got to be humble to participate in this. There will be no miserable human beings or unintelligent people participating in this right here. If you had hatred for a person or dislike some person, this is life for someone that it doesn't even have to do with what you guys are talking about. You can put the haterade aside and do something right. Now we're going to see who puts whatever where the mouth is. Okay. This is what it's all about. All right. So that's what it is. That's what it is. I have a HotFacts GoFundMe up. If they need help, you guys can do it there. I'll shoot it straight there. I'm pretty sure they have Cash App or Chime or Zelle, or you guys can figure out ways to do it like that also. You don't have to do GoFundMe. You can figure out how to get it to them. If you want to do it personal so no one knows, like on the list on GoFundMe, get in contact with them, get an email, get some phone numbers, get that text now backup phone number that we all got. Do all of that stuff and figure out how to go ahead and get it in. I am Hot Facts with Robert Reese. This is part of the gig community, part of the gig world. I report and I like to help the gig economy. My platform is here, and this is what we are kicking off today. We found out the information. You guys heard that it was factual, right? Sarah Lisa appears on the other side, chats and all that stuff, so you know it's real. And she verified. So now you guys can stop the hate and start to do a little bit better. Maybe this will start to help change everyone a little bit. Go ahead, Cody.
The only pushback I have that after the last 3-ish days, my concern is my concern is the accusations that can come from that. And like I've said before, money doesn't
look. Screw the accusations. Look. It does not matter. Screw the accusations. It don't matter what they say. This is a live time stamp. This is a live actual timestamp that can be used in court or wherever else you have to use this for. This is a live timestamp. If anyone goes out and makes up anything that is false, that is going to slander this person, I will help them go after you guys legally. Okay? I will help. So therefore, if anyone goes out and says anything or tries to turn this into this whole crap that they're trying to do this and this for that, screw you, and I dare you to try it. This is an actual live timestamp. This is a warning. You will be prosecuted because what you will do will be malicious because I'm stating it right now. And this is like what you guys call copyright. This is copyright right now. Anything that happens after this, okay, can be used against you in the court of law. Miranda rights can be read back that way also, people. Know your stuff. If you use anything, it will be malicious, it will be slander, it will be everything. Yeah, buddy.
Well, yeah, I appreciate the thought and the help. I just hope you understand my apprehension with it. But yes, I mean our crap's falling apart, but we keep it going to the best of our ability. But one of the most important things is finding someone too that is O negative. Tell them I can give them the website with the blood typing. I guess apparently O negative blood is rare. In conjunction with her antibody level, so it's difficult.
Right.
You can here. Autumn will tell you. Hear it from her. She's the one.
And you know what? Roy, we're gonna get to that in just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and Go ahead and do this right here. Okay, Autumn, go ahead. You can explain it much better than he can. I'm pretty sure.
So the negative and positive on your blood doesn't matter. That only matters on other organs. So all you have to be is an O. And then you go, I have the link on my page. Actually, I posted on all my videos. You just go on a link and you answer a couple questions, and then they'll let you know if you passed or not. And then you go through a whole bunch of blood work, ultrasounds, a 24-hour urine collection, and a lot of that is just to make sure that you're going to be able to survive without one kidney, so your other kidney doesn't have to work so hard. A lot of reasons why I don't have a kidney right now is I've had one in the past. I had one when I was 4 years old. It lasted 18 and a half years, and then it failed, obviously. And then I've been on a transplant for almost 5 years. My antibodies went from 100 down to 98, and we wanted to get down to 95. So I'm doing antibody treatment on top of doing dialysis 3 times a week.
Whew. Man, that is tough. Now I know all about the I know all. Let me take this screen down real quick. Let me take this down. I'll put that up in just a bit. I know all about the 24-hour urine analysis. I got to take those home myself. I lose protein when I pee. Every single time I lose protein. I have IgA neuropathy. So that's my kidney disease that I have. And I remember when I had to get my kidney biopsy. I remember putting I was they didn't completely put me out, but I wasn't used to narcotics, so it kind of had me there. But I remember them putting that thing in, and Dr. Hanan saying we're done. And yes, yes, yes. They figured out with me. I was diagnosed with gout at 18 months old, so my whole leg swelled up, and then that's when they did all the blood work and figured out that it was something to do with my kidneys. And then boom, 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 boom. So what you're doing is remarkable. A lot of you people that say you work hard in your jobs, you don't know how it feels to have your body completely drained, and then you have to be able to recover, okay, and try to recover when life is going on. And this is part of, I have my degree in kinesiology, and what I do with the field is I work with people with different disorders, different things that they're going through because of what I have, and more importantly, my mom and everything else that made me want to go ahead and do it. So a lot of people don't understand that it's overload. Your body gets completely just whacked out, and you got to try to come back to normality, and then you got to do it all over again and do it all over again, and it's strenuous. And for a lot of you people that don't know nothing about reality, go type up different kidney problems on YouTube, and type up the effects and how people live, and open your eyes up a little bit more and take yourself out of the gig world all the way. Okay. There are some people that are driving just so that they can pay some of the medical expenses and everything else like that. Let me tell you, people, when you go into some of these rooms, you're in $1 million rooms. A lot of you people don't understand. You're in $1 million rooms. And that stuff costs. So, it can put you in the rut and put you in a hard place. And then, your emotions get involved. So when people like what happened pull out of that's going to do something good, that's not good on someone's character that would do that. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Would not do business with you. Shame on you. But what you did do was positive, was let everyone else know out there what type of people are out there and watch the support that they get now. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, buddy.
Awful when I heard that they weren't going to do it anymore. I actually had a panic attack and started crying. It was pretty bad because when you do dialysis, how they put it is just in 4 hours. It's like working a 12-hour shift, and you're not allowed to eat or drink on it. So imagine working for 12 hours and not eating or drinking. That's what I go through 3 times a day or 3 times a week.
Man. Pulling out, that is. But people see, look, this is what I do for the gig world also. People call it trashing and bashing. This is hot facts. This is just because I'm not NBC or Dateline or anything else like that. This is hot facts. I put in my own time. I put in my own work to go ahead and report. It's not trashing and bashing when you are reporting the things that are actually happening. You guys got to understand, if you guys can watch the regular news, you guys can watch hot facts. So that's what we do over here. That's crazy there. That is crazy. Even if I don't even know the level of the work he was going to do, I was just going to say chances are someone else will want to pick it up for you and do it. I wouldn't even waste my time using my energy with that energy. If he says, okay, I'll go. No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it with him. I would not do it with him at all. And that's just from a moral, ethical, you know what I mean? That's just me personally.
Yeah,
that's just me personally. So,
and not to whip that dead horse again, but that So out of what happened the last 3-ish days, Autumn is the one that got irreparably harmed the worst. And I thank Lisa for coming on and reinforcing and backing up what we said, that inner circle did cause that. I mean, that's putrid. It's vile. I don't have any other words. That's evil. It is vindictive. It is, I better just stop myself there, but
right. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Just, let's go ahead. Let's end that. No, we're gonna end that segment right now. I don't want you to. I don't want you to get heated in the car. I'm a man. I know when you want. I know when it's gonna come, and you get that boiling in. Let's go ahead and woos that off. Woosah that off. We'll look at this clip that Roy said to put up about what Pedro was doing about this other stuff. Let's go ahead and share that. Let's go ahead. Let me see. Oh, where did it go? Let me bring it back up, Roy. Let me see. Sorry. Let me click this. Where did he put that? That was right here. Okay, let me share. Okay, let me see.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Just wanted to come on here and talk about my week. Didn't record a video for, we either get over it or we move on, one or the other, no worries. I want to focus on the words bringing the community together. I hear that all the time. We have a great community of gig workers, and that's a good thing to have, but there's bad seeds, but this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, if you're going to continue to preach bringing the community together, and this is not a bad video towards you, because I have most of my subscribers because of you. I'm thankful of that. I've got your number. We just text yesterday, matter of fact. But this is about Pedro. I love your channel, dude. I love your focus. I love your motivation. I love everything. But I got a problem, man. I figured I'd just make a video instead of reaching out, because if I reach out to you, it doesn't get discussed in the community. I just feel like it needs to be discussed. If we're going to bring the community together, we've got to stop calling people clowns. That's part of the community. You can't be up here and preach about bringing the community together and, punches in there of people are clowns, people are unintelligent. I mean, that's just my opinion. And I'm going to say it because, like, nobody else is going to say it. Nobody wants to upset you, I'm sure. I don't want to upset you. I want to keep you as a friend. Hell, you're one of the 2 moderators on my channel. You and Zach Drives Fast. So the last thing I would do is want to upset you, but I do want these words to kind of be dropped. I know your channel is based on.
I'm gonna let this thing go back and play out, but this is what I'm talking about, people. Gig Lebowski was all up on their side. He's one of the people that start talking trash about me and unsubscribe to me. He's one of those. I never had an issue with the dude. He actually has done a great thing. He beat cancer. So I have no ill will to bring towards this dude, but he unsubbed for me and start talking this stuff. And you hear out his mouth that, you're Pedro. Well, first of all, I'm the one that was saying stop calling people clowns and miserable for the past 7 months. He was part of that whole side while I'm the person advocating on not to do it. And now he's saying that no one else wanted to. But I've been doing it. Why are people trying to erase me from the history of what's happening? I have been doing it from the get-go. He says no one wants to, and I know you're Pedro. I don't want to get you mad. Bruh, do you see what I've been doing to this dude? Do you see the videos that I put up about this dude? Do you see this stuff? Like Gig Lebowski, when you come in correct, you got to do what Sin City Deliveries did. He said, Robert Reese, you surprised me. I knew the information was out there, but I did not. Bam. Gig, you should have said, you know what? Hot Facts with Robert Reese was right the whole time. We should have been going against this the whole time. But I'm going to let this video keep playing. Gig, I'm not going to bash you. You've done a great thing, but you got to come correct about some stuff.
motivation, but the word clown is like in almost every video, and unintelligent people is in almost in every video. And just my opinion, it's got to stop. If you're wanting to.
And one more thing, Gig Lebowski, the word clown was referenced to me. He stopped using it because I put out a whole bunch of videos of him calling people the word, and you guys are like, dang, HotFacts has really got all these videos up, and he pinpoints exactly what he's doing, and he's showing that he's a douche. HotFacts is really doing it. Man, Gig. Come on, Gig. Come on, Gig Lebowski.
To bring the community together, that's not a way to bring them together. Every video.
And Gig Lebowski, he switched from clown to unintelligent, and because of me. You realize that, okay? I made the man change because of how I'm hitting him on the tube. Now, he also stopped saying miserable human being. He said terrible people doing miserable things to other people. That's how he rephrased it. Go watch his video. I made the man switch. You gotta stop being a hater right there, Gig. You finally got mad because the videos that I put out nonstop finally getting into your head. You should have thought about that a long time ago. Now it makes you look bad because I told you so too.
And just my opinion, it's got to stop. If you're wanting to bring the community together, that's not a way to bring them together. Top dashers are just like us. They're workers. They may take every order. We may not agree with them.
Roy, this just gets better and better and better, Roy. This gets better and better and better. Do you guys know that this dude used to bash me and call me a clown for saying that I take orders and I shouldn't be taking these orders? He's one of the people that was calling me a clown, and now that the proof, I told you guys what happened. I've been preaching it. Then when Sin City came with the actual graph chart and everything else, now everyone is like, well, what HotFacts has been saying and this guy, now you guys are doing this, man. Gig Lebowski, you are one of the ones that was calling me a clown, saying I'm taking $3 orders and bashing me in the same chats with all these people. I told you it was going to come back and hit you in the face. Roy, I'm glad you let me see this. Let's keep watching this.
That's what they do. That's what they believe. They believe it makes them money. And I can't say it doesn't. I've been a top dasher, but in a market like Sin City was. Sin City made a lot of sense to me the other day on your live stream. Now would that work in my market?
What did I tell you? Sin City said that made a lot of sense. Would it work in my market? Okay, people, I live in California. Do you guys not think it works in my market? This is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. Was it Sin City? Yes, it's because you were in denial of what I was saying and he just verified it. Man, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Let me keep playing.
I don't know unless I try it. I do know he's in Vegas and he has more people in the community. I mean, would finishing the month at 100% AR, and if that's what they look at, would that change my DoorDash experience? Who knows? I don't know. I've never finished at 100% at the end of the month, but based on what he was talking about, it sounded like something I may want to try, but I don't know. But does that make me a clown? Does that make me unintelligent because of?
All right, now, people, now y'all know I had some pent up frustration. Roy had to write that message and say Reese, it's over. He's not like that no more, Reese. So that's what that was. That was like when I said when I get monetized, we gotta work with Roy. That's like me telling Roy he just can't go Hulk smash everything. Roy just told me that. He was like, Reese, it's all right, man. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. He's saying, Reese, he woke up. Yes, and right now I do see he woke up because he sees that. Yes, he's gonna call you that. He's calling you that, and this was a slap in the face. He got hit with that smelling salt. Woo! Woo! Gig. I'm gonna give you a virtual hug. I'm gonna give you one of them hugs. Welcome to the team. Welcome. Whew.
If I'm a top dasher, just say no. It doesn't. It's a difference of opinions, and I just really wanted to come on here and get that out there. I just think we need to stop calling people unintelligent human beings, unless it's the customers that aren't tipping very well. I can get on board with that. But they have their reasons too. We don't have to like it, but they have their reasons. They're cheapskates. We can call them cheapskates. But as far as drivers and bringing the community together, we're all drivers, and I don't think anybody is unintelligent for any decision they make. They may be uninformed, or they may just want to do it that way. They may want to take every order. It just kind of hit me today when I watched your video, and I heard you say bringing the community together, or you building up, no more drama, and then right after that, it was people were clowns, people were unintelligent, and it just kind of hit me. I just didn't like it. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say that. Don't be upset, dude. I could have texted you about it, but I just feel like that message needs to get out there and see how many other people feel the same way. I could be in the wrong. I could lose subscribers over it. You know what? I want to talk about that too. I am at 1,517 subscribers. Why do I know the exact number? Because I was just on it, looking at it. If I lost 500 people that follow you and they didn't like me coming on here saying this, you know what? I'd be fine. My channel is not growing like the others, and I am totally cool with it. I only post 2 to 4 times a week at times, and I know that's not going to grow my channel. But I did what I wanted to do. It was a goal. I got monetized, and I upload when I feel like it. It could be more income if I uploaded more, but that's not what it's about. I'm sharing my day with people and enjoying the subscribers that continue to come back and comment on my videos. Have I got room for more? Sure, I always do. If my channel grew, would I love it? Yeah. If it stayed the same, would I love it? I'd be totally fine. Doesn't bother me one bit. I mean, I've had my grievances with people, and they were justified, but I don't think you'll ever hear me call people clowns, and definitely not unintelligent for accepting orders. I may not agree with them, but I'm not doing that. It's not bringing the community together. Your gig conference brought the community together. I really wish I could have been there. I said some things about the reasons I didn't want to go is because of security and all that jazz and all this. And during the week that you guys were there, you definitely made sure that I knew, didn't call my name out, but made sure that I knew security was fine there and that there was no worries. I caught all those remarks. So it's cool. It's all right.
Ooh, man. See, Gig Lebowski even said, I caught all those remarks, the slick and sly remarks. He was right there rolling with them. People, I've lost hundreds of subs because of me speaking out. He's lost some hundreds of subs because of what he said. Well, you know what, Gig Lebowski? I have an open door policy. I welcome you in with open arms, and I do not remember anything you did in the past because this is a new day. That's what I got to say about that. It's a sad thing to know that if you speak about something and you speak about it and then you hear them saying, I don't care, this is what it is, and you would realize you're talking about me. And then when they are like, I don't care, you realize that, and you just realize that. And that's why I tell people, look, it's a YouTube thing. Some people have never been accepted in social, real life, social settings. They've never been able to work the floor, do any of this stuff. So they join up together and try to do their thing because now they have safety in numbers on the internet. And when you do that, and you are really not like that, it's going to come to a point to where the severance is going to happen because it's supposed to happen. How it happened is going to be the reality and the eye opener. And that's just what happened. So, Gig, big respect for you for opening your eyes and then hearing comments about you real quick. That's how they work. That's how they do. But now you have a ton of positive in you now. You can turn any negative thing that you felt you were involved in and now start doing some extra things and help everybody else out. I would love to get you on here on the show just so people can see that once again, Hot Facts will sit face to face with someone that was on the opposite sides with him. Whoever knows Gig Lebowski, let them know Hot Facts is looking for him in a good way. What do you guys feel about that video there?
I've commented about maybe two-ish, 3-ish months ago on Gig Lebowski's channel. Nothing negative. It was something positive on his video. I don't remember the exact context, but he would always delete my comments. So I'm not saying that's the same Gig Lebowski today. I'm just, again, saying what my experience was 3-ish months ago. My comments were deleted. And also, he said that what I found really telling is that he could just contact him through a backdoor means, but chose not to because it would basically go unanswered. I'm here to tell you I can second that, and I have the proof for it. So I would be glad to share the email that I sent to Pedro a couple of months back, pushing back on the whole clown thing. We don't know why these people are taking them. That email, of course, went unanswered. My third issue is if Gig Lebowski has security concerns about a gathering, I believe he is a veteran, so that means he knows a thing or two about being security minded. If the general sense impression is they need to have security on site, that is very telling. Why? You're just, I get to some day-to-day things can happen, but to me, this is a larger, more telling issue. So that's kind of what I took away from that. But yeah, they like to fire cheap shots and then take off running. It's like digital guerrilla warfare. These guys will deploy their digital army after you and then take their cheap shots and then tuck tail and run, and then block you, ostracize you, delete your comments. So that's the thing. I think some of them are very predatory. They'll seek you out for personal gain, whatever they think they can gain. The moment they sense a little bit of less than 110% loyalty in the ranks, you're done. You're crossed out. That's my comment on that. But I'd gladly share that email with you if you would like to see it, with the date, timestamps, everything.
Oh yeah.
My name is
Whenever
Chase from Memphis, Tennessee. I live at 4832 Craigmont. I'm a student.
Hold on.
Craigmont.
What's going on?
I'm a student at Northside. I'm a student at Hills. I'm a student at Carnage School. My phone number is 2722117.
What the hell?
I don't know. Somebody just hopped in and clicked the link. I don't know.
So again, please don't take that as me bashing on him. I'm just sharing exactly what my experience was,
Right.
And I never looked back. So, all right, cool. Yeah.
Rev, what do you got to say about that, Rev? Are you in the car? Rev, you in the car? Or are you doing a delivery? Can you hear me? Oh, there he is. What do you think about that video, Rev? Rev?
Man.
There he is.
Oh,
there he is. I hear you now.
Code 901. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. That guy gotta be from Memphis because I heard a 901 area code. So keep that information because I'm gonna find out who that is. Now, the video I just saw, Gig Lebowski just did and everything. He just did that 42 minutes ago. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on. Something going
Rev,
on.
you
I
were
don't think you
good.
can hear me.
Rev, you were
Okay,
good.
all right. I'm just making sure because it looks like everything's slowing up on my end.
Oh, okay.
Right now, I'm lost for words. Still
Gig
digesting
Lebowski was
this.
a soldier. Gig Lebowski was a good soldier. Good soldier, good fan base,
Yeah,
good subscriber base. Gig Lebowski was a good soldier.
yeah, but see, when people do you a favor, you may be pressured into doing things you don't want to do because you want to stay loyal to the person that done that favor for you. And I think that was the case with that. With him not going to St. Louis, I don't believe it was a security issue on his part. I believe it was a conscience issue of what's right and what's wrong.
Right. Yeah. And, what he said really broke that down because he was not going to attend something, and these words are associated with whatever else is going on. So, he saw the gig conference was something good, but then, watching it, he's watching sly remarks while it's going on. So, he made the right decision there because he would have gone away from there. And when he's at home by himself, these are things that people beat themselves up over when they feel they put themselves in a situation that they really did not belong in. You know what I mean? And they beat themselves up a little bit. He learned his lesson there, and I'm glad he learned his lesson. People, when you're a young kid, you touch fire on the stove, you're not going to touch that stove anymore. So that is what it is. I'm so glad that he did his thing. I was supposed to be showing you guys Marshawn Lynch's supposedly DUI arrest, but I'm not going to show it now. What it was, he was asleep in his car, parked his car, slept on the side, and he would not answer any questions how he does when he goes to the thing. This show has been taken over by what we heard. I want to give a big thank you to Cody and Autumn for opening up a little bit and pretty much letting you people know without having a bunch of question marks in the air. He was able to get it, and I want to give a special thank you to Rideshare Lisa for coming in and bringing in a very crucial and important part of the puzzle there. I want to thank Big John. I want to thank Big John for stopping by and being able to talk to me. And I will address this with you, John. You said I downplayed some of the things. The reason why I downplayed some of the things with the weight is because when Roy spoke, that Roy said it, and when I chimed in a little bit, I was just adding into that, so I didn't have to go into that. So it was not a downplay. It was just not to repeat the same thing, and that's why I said all I need is the email, and I'll go ahead and send you that thing so you need. So I wasn't downplaying it. It was just a way that it was already said, and if I would have went back and said something, it would have been like we're just trying to not move to where we are now. So that's exactly what that was, John. I want to thank you for coming on in and sharing. And you actually were able to talk to me, and you were able to speak with Cody also. So that's that there. We had a good panel in. The Rev hopped in. Rev, I want you to go ahead and leave with some closing words. But before we do that, people, make sure you hit that. Make sure you hit the thumb button. Make sure you subscribe to get notified. We go live, people. I'm gonna try to see right now. Where is this thing up? Let me see. Let me look at my analytics right now for this one. Let's do this. It's still going. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. So it's going mighty well right now. The concurrent viewers on my lives have been going up. It's been like a steady, even though the numbers here, like it says 15 people here, but when I check the concurrent viewers, it shows like 25 people concurrently every single time. So my watch hours are doing it, people. Monetization is coming real soon. Every video that I'm putting up, people are clicking on them, and you'll see people. I don't have a lot of 30-minute videos, a lot of 5, 6, 10-minute, 2-minute videos. People are watching those because now they can watch them. I'm not putting out long videos to make them have to not watch them. They can watch these short videos and get it in. I want to thank Pedro DoorDash Santiago for doing the things that he is doing, because more people are watching these videos, which are helping me with my watch hours. I want to thank you, Pedro, for that. Your participation on my channel it's doing a great job. So thank you for all of that. Rev, go ahead.
Well, thank you again, Reese, for having another what I call a masterpiece live stream. We turning over stones now, and what I mean by turning over stones is we beginning to break the ground and the foundation up to where we can solve problems. And to do that, we got to first know what the problem is. Now, we have seen the ugly side of the gig economy, and we have seen the better side of it. I thank Roy for his courageous act today.
I forgot. Roy, I do apologize, Roy. Sorry, Rev. I do apologize, Roy. Roy cried up here. And there you go. Sorry.
And that's why both of us up here, brother. In case I miss something, you can catch it. If you miss something, I can catch it. You know, it happens. That's having each other back. Alaskan Gig and Gun, Cody and Autumn, I thank you for your courageous actions. What you done been through, you shouldn't have had to go through that. You know, but we thank you and everything for that. You know what I'm saying? You got a family here, and we out to help everyone. And that's what it's all about. And the thing we got to realize, people, and I'm finna end it, is that everybody have feelings, everybody have emotions. You know what I mean? And everybody going through some things and changes in life, because life itself is changing. You know, that's what I was talking about earlier, about all this aggression coming out that's been pent up. People been, you know, locked down for 18 months, trying to get back used to being in civilization among other people. Let's just respect one another and let's keep it moving. And this was a good live. They're getting better and better. People beginning to open their heart up now, feeling more comfortable about you got a voice.
Well, they can see the show what it is, Rev. They can see what the show's all about now, Rev. They can see what it is now.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. That's all I got to say, people. I got to get in here and pick up this $190 subtotal order from KFC. I will be able to show part of it. Let's see. There it is there. We're not doing it to be bragging, but I got something that I'm gonna start doing when I pick these large orders up. I'm gonna get with Reese. We're gonna talk about some things. Cody, my number is 662-426-8084. That's my business inquiry number. Call me, and I'm gonna talk to you and your wife about some things as well. I thank everybody that came in here. It took a lot. Men, we have pride. It takes a lot out of a man if he in tears. It takes a lot out of him when he have his emotions so pent up that he finally let loose, let it go in a way that it didn't just, you know, turn into a violent situation. I got to commend these men and women today. I salute you. That's all I got to say.
Yes. And people, I do really hope you listen to the words the Rev said. You guys have seen my lives go from the beginning to where I told you guys eventually what I want my lives to be. And you guys can actually see the progression and what I'm saying. And this is how I designed this platform to be. It's working out well. And people are respecting it now. Is that people are respecting it for what it is, and now they know that this is a venue to hit if you are in the gig world or any community. What you got left for us there, Cody?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. Earlier, Roy asked, I haven't been able to get to it yet, why I turned off all the comments on that. I did that for two reasons. When I made that live, I didn't want to be distracted with all the comment because I get easily distracted by that, and I was just trying to put out what I was trying to say in one decent piece, and two, everything that comes through there I share with Autumn. And in my opinion, the latter issue was what ultimately fell out of all this, was like we discussed earlier with Autumn, how that whole deal kind of seemed to have collapsed. Maybe it's revived now, but anything that comes through on here, I share with her. So that was also in part to shield her from the slander that was going to come through. And so that's the reason why I did that. I just didn't want to have to deal with that and share that the putrid and vile comments that we're going to be flooding in, with complete disregard and indifference for what the latter issue was, but just for the sole purpose just to degrade us even more than what some of those people did. So that's why I did that.
All right. Yep. Clarified.
But to end it, I think today was productive. I think finally the wheels are falling off on some of the right places, and some of the truth is coming out. And we have to thank you for that, because you have for months endured this constant barrage of BS, and you've kept it going. You've kept the stream open for anybody that wants to join, and that is why we're here today. So hopefully this is the beginning of something much better. The best is yet to come. I'll quote 45. The best is yet to come. So hopefully that's true here.
Yes, that is what I am hoping for. I want to give a big shout out. My wife actually watches my shows now. She didn't use, you don't want to hear you all day, so she wouldn't watch my lives. And then she comes in the house and she's commenting on my show. So I know you're watching, babe. I love you. You're watching my show. I know you're watching the show now. Yes. Now follow what I say. Don't follow what I say. Follow what I say. So with that said, people, until the next caper. Woo! You know what we gonna do? We gonna leave out of here like Chuck Woolery, and 2 and 2. Listen to these tunes. We're out of here.